St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn, www.saintricketts.com. From the new self-titled album, St. Ricketts. And for many a year, it has been the theme song. As I shut down the fellas to the 100% live Tuesday night episode of The EO Show. Usually that's where I would get a EO from Joel Tatey. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Our guest co-host Alicia is working and fighting through the technology, but I will get you started. Good evening. It is Tuesday night. We are 100% live, as we always are, from beautiful downtown Langhorne, Pennsylvania. This is The EO Show. And a lot of exciting stuff. My wife is in the house, Cassie Perino, with big EO. The awesome Mr. Steve Higgins, and of course the amazing band Twisted, one of the great bands that absolutely crushed the Landis Theater last weekend. Casey Ray's Battle of the Bands. We'll talk shortly. Anthony Johnson, thank you, my dude. I love doing this. Usually I've got a lovely co-host. Tonight, technology. And the other co-host, I said we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But we got something great tonight. We got a band that I've seen a couple times perform, and I love them. Local band here out of New Jersey. Coming on around 8:30 tonight, the one and only Wasted Potential will be our very special guest. That's the gang right there. I'm going to play a couple songs from their brand new album as well. Talk to the band. Have a great time. Go through some topics. Go through some things like we always do here on the Yo Show. Like I said, we love to... I agree. Josie Williams, I love them as well. I'm very excited to chat with them. I met them first at Philly Craft Hall, one of the Future Stars shows. I agree. I also love Wasted Potential. Met them one of the Future Stars shows, and right away I walked up to them and said, look, that was terrific. I do the Yo Show. I host a lot of these local bands, and I come check you out, and I promote your music, etc. And they all said, yeah, hit us up. Let's make it happen. Wait a little bit for them to get their new album rolling. And absolutely terrific. One of my favorite bands. Love their TikToks. Of course, you got to have the TikToks. Excited for the band, but we are here for Alicia Ryan Beckett, of course, the awesome lead singer of the incredible Milo Sky. And the young lady in the picture with him is Cheyenne. Oh, God, sorry, Cheyenne. A little nervous tonight, Cheyenne. And she will be guest co-hosting tomorrow night as we do a Wednesday night program. Right here live again, 8 o'clock. The amazing Cheyenne and ML Elizabeth of Eternal Frequency. That is tomorrow night on the program. We're waiting for Alicia. She did tell me there were some technical difficulties. We're waiting. And meanwhile, I will chat with all you lucky suckers. And massive, massive thanks to last week's guest, Julie Reel, the cougar of comedy. Funny stuff. Super cool. Great views and reviews of that program. She's excellent. We hope to have her back again in the near future. Go Phils, indeed. We need it. This podcast is starting to feel like family to me. Bro, as I've said, and I will repeat this until the day I die. Sorry, let's not get morbid and say the day I die. But when you're on this program, whether you're a guest, whether you're a co-host, whether you're somebody we chat with, or you get into the chat, once you Yo Show, you are family. We take everybody very seriously here, not just from a standpoint of you're a talent or you're cool or you're a great co-host, etc., but just the amazing people out there. And if you take time to come on with us, you're family with us, and we love you for it. My wife in the house, of course, Milo Sky, and it's actually Twist It. Oh, you're going to get it. Oh, my God. Milo Sky and Twist It are two of my favorite bands. Remember, as Kayla says, 2 words. And, of course, we saw Milo Sky down in Manayunk at Fat Lady Brewing a couple Saturdays ago, and wow. Wow. As always, wow. The performances are just perfect. They're fun. They're energetic. There's a lot of original stuff, some cover stuff, good covers to get into. Super talent. Ryan and the boys just absolutely slaughtered every time. And that was a great location. A couple great bands performed on that. Yeah, Cassie got auto-corrected as Brent Worrell's in the house. My main man, Brent. the awesome photographer that he is, and a great friend of mine. He is in the house. I am going to check real quick on Alicia. Thank you, So Annoyed. Sorry about that. Alicia had, let me tell you the magic real quick about doing these shows live. Technical difficulties, technical breakdowns, technical what have you. Alicia messaged me probably about 20 minutes ago, and like my computer decided to update. And of course, mine is for an update too. Luckily, I got to schedule that for later. Freedom King Films and House, a big yo to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. I agree. Wasted Potential is so good. They'll be out here soon. While we have a little time, I'm going to hold top 5 until Alicia gets here because she said she did it. And I kind of pushed her to do it. So we'll wait for her to do top 5. And meanwhile, we're going to play a song. How about songs? Anybody want to hear a song? Wasted Potential is the band on the program this evening. And they got a good one, a few good ones. This one is Never Can Forget Your Name. It's on the brand new album, Wasting Away. And we're going to play it here. Why not? It's about 3 minutes and 17 seconds long. We're going to crank it up. Make sure you crank it up at home. Make sure you enjoy the Yo Show. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes right now. Never Can Forget Your Name. Wasted Potential, our special guest tonight. Yes. Smoking red hot. It does indeed bump in the car, and I know because over the last couple of days it's been blasting through my car. Never Can Forget Your Name. Wasted Potential is the band. We'll take that banner down. Of course, the brand new album, Wasting Away, is out now. Okay, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Backstage, do I get a thumbs up? Are we ready to rock? Can you hear me? We might have a problem still. I don't think Alicia can hear me. That could be a problem. Somebody text her and tell her she might need headphones. JD Wolf is in the house. Yo from the Northland. Indeed. Wasted potential, dude. And all right, Alicia, you got me? Can you hear me? I still don't think she can hear me. Let me. Oh, she's okay. She can hear. I think we're ready. Let's do this. As you know, we'll talk a little bit later. Jewel Tati with a little hiatus. We spoke about it today. And last minute, I'm like, okay, let's snap into it and let's find an awesome guest co-host and somebody to welcome to the family. You saw them here earlier, of course, Ryan Beckett and Cheyenne. They said they were here to see Alicia, and why not? And Cheyenne's doing the program tomorrow night. It's an Ettinger Sister Week here on the Yo Show. Let's welcome out, very new to the program, very new to the podcast world, but we're excited to have her, Alicia Ettinger, in the house. Hello. Can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. She can hear me. I can't hear her. Try it again. Is the mic muted? No, the mic is on. Ryan Beckett excited. I'm excited too. Yeah, we can't hear her as of yet, but she is there. She's currently on mute. Let's try unmuting if we can. The magic of live broadcast. How about now? She's saying something, but I cannot hear her. Oh no, this is terrible. Terrible. Thank you, JD Wolf, to welcome you to the Yo family. Lisa, try sign language. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Tricia, everybody here tonight waiting to see Alicia, and her first words are, we can't hear her. We can see you, and it's great to see you. We play some great music, of course, from Wasted Potential. It's got a lot of great fans out there. Silent. It is a silent movie. I'm going to try it too. It doesn't work. Okay. We can give you. You want to try jumping out and jumping back in? You could do that. We're here. We got 2 hours. This is your moment to shine. Turn up the volume is a good possible idea. Something, anything. We're patient though. So we talked about Fat Lady Brewing, of course, and Milo Sky, and of course Cheyenne was there, and Alicia was there, and the band, of course, and the other girlfriends, and we just love getting together with them, talking about music and all that. And it seems to be something that they love as well. They got a great passion for it, and it was such a good time as we watched Alicia step away for a moment, and she signed off. Come on, Alicia, you went to tech school. Figure it out. Cheyenne, learn from her mistakes, because tomorrow night, of course, you will be taking the hot seat as we welcome Eternal Frequency. Pretty excited about that. Anyway, I will speak real quick while we wait for Alicia. And, of course, we heard a great song from Wasted Potential. But I'm going to speak real quick about our dear friend, Jewel Tati. Now, we love Jewel. Jewel's been a staple of this program for 7 years, over 300 episodes. And she contacted me today to mention a very, and I will swear to this, everybody, a very mild, very good-natured, temporary hiatus. Jewel landed something in life that's going to be terrific for her. I'm excited for her, and I'm happy that this is going down. But she said, I will have to ask for a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe more, to kind of settle myself in. I'm going to take a brief leave. Jewel even joked and said, if you want to replace me, I get you. Nobody replaces you. You're fantastic. I love you. I miss you. I am excited for some guest co-hosts that will come in and work with me here. I'm excited for the great guests we have coming up and the fans that come in, and Jewel's family, of course. I told Jewel today, you are my family, and family comes first when it comes to situating life and getting things done. Great stuff coming up for Jewel. I'm happy for her. I love her. I told her there's no leaving. This is your home. I'm excited for Jewel. Congratulations. I am as well, JD. It's great stuff. And she's so excited about it, but also she said, eventually we had to have this talk about me missing some time. It's tough. It's very hard to have the conversation because when you get along that well and you're friends and you do this for so long, there could be that awkward moment where this can happen. Thank you, Ryan, for the heads up. Trying to log in on Shy. This is it Shy or Shay when you call it by the nickname. I want to get it right. So Alicia will be here shortly. I said I promised I would wait and leave the top 5 until she got here because I asked her to do it, and she did because she's terrific. But yeah, we are going to definitely miss Jewel. She will be back. She will be contacting me. We will talk. We will get together, and the focus is still original music, local bands, as well as national celebrities and bands, etc. here on the show. We're going to keep going Tuesdays. We're vamping up Wednesdays. We got more ramping up. Did I say vamping up? It's like Halloween in my head. Ramping up Wednesday. A lot going on. We've been very busy. We've been very happy with what has been going on here. It's pronounced Shy. Okay, so when it's abbreviated, it's still pronounced Shy. I want to check. I got to get, if we're going to be family, I got to know it all. Well, not all. The good stuff. Anyway, a great song by Wasted Potential. Brand new album. Of course, the website. Seeing them live. They're a terrific band. One of the many terrific bands in this area. Of course, Milo Sky with Ryan. And this past weekend, I got a chance to check out the finals of the Twisted Tea Battle of the Bands at Casey Ray's and the Landis Theater. And I thank Ray. Their podcast is also was earlier tonight. I thank Ray. I thank the family of Casey Ray's. I thank the Landis Theater, Atlanta Brokers Promotions, of course, for letting me be part of this. I got to MC the preliminary rounds. Ray did the finals. Got to be there. Got to have excitement and fun and just get together with the bands. And a lot of these bands are going to be on the program. Some new faces. And, of course, the winners were the Goodbyes. Congratulations to them. Terrific band. Jersey band. Really a great sound. I think she's coming out. Okay, we're here. As soon as her face pops up, it's popping right back on. So congratulations again to the Goodbyes. Congratulations to the Jaspers who won the alternate bracket. They're another great band. And got some cool autographs from a member of the Goodbyes, one of my favorite new rock stars. Love autographs. Hint, hint, Milo Sky. I love autographs. Especially on set lists. I got a ton of them. These guys rock. One of the best bands I've heard around the Philly area. Check out their CD. Thank you, RWK Studio. I can't help but agree with you. Let's try this again for the people at home because the audience is super excited. I see thumbs up like she hears me. Now we'll see if we can hear her. A moment I've waited for, God, for days, and now even an extra 20 minutes into the program. Let's once again welcome tonight's special guest co-host, Alicia Ettinger. Oh, there we go. We got you. Hello.
Finally. Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
You know what? It is always the damnedest time. Because like you said, you practice it or set it up. I do that too. I usually practice the night before. Oh my God, we're all set.
I had everything ready to go at like 7:30. It was up, it was ready. And I literally came in, it was like 7:50 and my screen was just completely black. And it was like doing an update that I didn't schedule and it like 0 to 100. So I'm here now.
Excellent. And, there's going to be moments where we get that little blip or, some technology freeze. It does happen. But just try to stick in there. And mine did the same thing. I turned mine on, was getting ready, and all of a sudden it said, would you like to update? And absolutely not.
Yeah, so shout out to my sister for letting me borrow her laptop because mine is horrible. I've literally had it since like high school and it's just on its last legs and I've been pushing off getting it updated. But shout out to Cheyenne for letting me hop on her laptop and save the day.
A big shout out to Cheyenne. Of course, as I said, it is an Ettinger Sister Week here on the Yo Show. You tonight, very excited and very last minute. So I got to thank you. I know we talked about doing it and you said your schedule gets to be tough and I said, okay, we'll work out. We'll find a day. You said, absolutely. Yeah. And then Jewel today told me about her little break she has to take. Everything's good, though. No problem. I'm like, okay, I need somebody for tonight. And I hit you up and you're like, yep, I'm off. Let's do it. So.
I know it works out.
Okay. It really does. J.D. Wolf is one of our great fans. Always here. He wanted to welcome you to the family as well. Like I said, the Yo Show family is now what you're a part of, and your fans are here. Caitlin Conklin, she
Yeah,
is your
hi
biggest.
Caitlin, love
She's
you.
your biggest fan. How about that? So have you
Yes.
ever done have you ever done anything like this before?
No, actually I haven't. This is my first time on a podcast, so I'm really excited.
Excellent. So what gave you the desire? Because you're very good. Like a lot of people would stutter, freeze, little sentences. You're just coming right out. What
So
gave you the drive? And
I love to talk. I love to talk. And I always joke with people that I should have my own podcast because I talk to my friends all the time. I talk to myself in the car. I listen to podcasts all the time. And I'm always like, I would love to be a guest on a podcast. I could talk for hours, any different topic you throw at me. So when I obviously met you guys at Ryan's gig, and they mentioned that you had the podcast, I was like kind of half jokingly like, oh, like you should have me on. And you guys are both very willing, open arms, like, yeah, come on. And I was like, I'll do it. Just give me the information and I'll jump on.
I love it. Like I said, we don't really write a script. I write it like an outline of directions, some questions, etc., to improv, whatever. And it was really cool because, of course, my wife is one of my biggest supporters, like the way that, with Shy and Ryan and etc. And she's the one promoting it too. Like, they want to be on the podcast. Make sure you get them both. And then Alicia, you said you talk a lot. My wife talks more than any human being I've ever met.
Oh, I can tell. I met her.
Yeah. And she has such a love for all of you. Anybody involved with the Milo Sky family. And now she's a big fan of yours.
Great. I love her energy. Like, she was very just like, I feel like I connected with her right away. Like, she was so just like open and like really like just happy to like see all the bands and cheering everyone on. I mean, we got up at the end of their gig. We literally got up on the microphone. We're like, follow them on social media. And I mean, it was great. I love her energy. She's a great person. I've only met her once, so.
That's all it takes usually. And she's also, like I said, a massive fan of Milo Sky, massive fan of Cheyenne. Just naming more bands, get in there. Alicia, Freedom Podcast, let's do it. Yeah,
all right.
Freedom, and sure. I mean, Alicia, certainly an enthusiast of the local scene, somebody that's great in person. You seem great on here. You're very confident already, which I absolutely love. I love it. I really do. So let's do a little something because the band will be out here in 5 minutes, but before we do we'll do top 5 after the band. We're twisted around a little bit tonight.
Sounds good.
But I want everybody here, and I lost the banner. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is right there. I want everybody to meet Alicia. There you go. Tell us a little something about your hobbies, your life, work, what goes on, and the unfortunate incident of landing here.
Yeah. So, hi, everyone. I'm Alicia. I'm 24. I basically got involved on this podcast through my sister and her boyfriend, who's in the band Milo Sky, which if you haven't listened to them at all, please do. Seriously, they're so good. I'm not biased. I'm not trying to just promote them. Seriously, really, really awesome band. So I got connected kind of that way. But a little bit about myself. I'm currently a veterinary nurse student. I'm hoping to get my veterinary technician license in the state of PA. So I'm in school for that now. And then I practice now as like an assistant technician at a hospital. Some of my hobbies include horseback riding, which you can probably see like some of my ribbons and
impressive.
Yeah, thank you. So I do compete. Last year I actually competed pretty much all year. I did Lisa horse, which was fantastic. We got to go to a bunch of local shows and national competitions and everything. It was just the most awesome experience. So I like to do that on the side. I love traveling. Literally me and my friend just yesterday, we made like a spontaneous beach trip. We both happened to be off of work and we were just kind of like, let's go out and go to the beach. So I love traveling. I love reading, and being in nature, all that good stuff. I'm just kind of a concert girly too. My sister and I are big fans of Greta Van Fleet, and we've been to multiple of their concerts, and that was probably one of my like hands down best experiences ever, just getting to travel, being with her and friends and listening to good music. So it's a little about me. Yeah.
That's awesome. And we absolutely love it. And a big thank you again for making the time kind of like on very short notice. Some shout outs. My girl from work, my main girl, Jocelyn Gallagher. Hey, Billy. She's in the house. One of my faves. She's so cool. One of my great work people. And somebody like that became a good friend. And she's like, oh, I'll check it out tonight. She watches her once in a while when she can. So we're happy to have her. And thank you. JD Wolf is back. I don't know where you went, but he's back. But Yeah, so meeting you, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the audience to kind of get to know you. And like I
Yeah,
said,
absolutely.
we're gonna have nights. So if there's other nights you want to do it again, if this
For
doesn't,
sure. Yeah,
if you
and I mean,
don't,
I would definitely love to plan another night. I know this was kind of just like spur of the moment, but
yeah,
I happen to only be working half a day today, and I didn't even think about it until you messaged me, and I was like, well, I could jump on easily. So
perfect. Like I said, we're doing the Ettinger Sister Week, and
that's
then
right. It doesn't
I
get better
already
than that.
right. I already told my wife. I said maybe an Ettinger Sister podcast, and she's like, "Look at you, already getting
Listen,
adventures." I
you
always
already
am,
know I will be down.
right? And yeah, I love it. I always like people to just create who have maybe not used to creating. I'm like, you know what? Who's
Yeah,
watching it? I mean, hundreds watch, sometimes thousands watch, sometimes through all the circuits, tens of thousands listen, watch, etc. Okay, I say it live. I don't hide anything, but it's fun. I'm not out here to
yeah.
like,
Oh my gosh,
like I
well,
told you,
and
like I
even
told
like,
you, and I told like I tell the guest, no politics, no like religious like battles, no drama, no
yeah,
nonsense,
yep,
just
just
fun.
chill. Just chilling, talking like friends. Yeah. Me and my sister, we actually joke all the time about having a podcast because Ryan and I get along, which I'm really grateful for because I feel like that's something so important to me is to like get along with my sister's, boyfriend. That's potentially going to be my future brother-in-law. So I like that we have a close relationship too. We can goof around. But we always joke about having a podcast talking about like food reviews. We're always comparing
Yeah.
like what's better, McDonald's, Burger King's, like just little goofy conversations like that. And Cheyenne's always like, you guys need to be on a podcast. Like people would die. This is hilarious. Just listening to our conversations.
That's usually what it's all about, like I said, and like you said, I always treat it like it's two people hanging out and having a little chit chat, and then
Yeah.
you also get the luxury of having some of these amazing artists that I get to see and I go out and watch, and you bring them on here. Like, of course, Milo Sky's been on a couple times, and it really is. It's just a lot of laid back fun, and that's what
Oh
we're
yeah.
here for. It is that time now. You're gonna break.
Right.
We're gonna break you in on the second part of our little thing, which is chatting with the guest, asking some fun questions. I also don't like interviews. Kind of a chat. We're chatting with them the way we're chatting with each other. But let's bring out this sensational band. We already played a song for everybody out there, and they got a brand new album out as well. Jersey's Own. I'm very excited for these guys. It's getting out now. There's Maddie and Juliana. Lucas has no picture. I'll put him in anyway. And Mike, oh, there it is. Lucas is there with Scott. Some of you might be on mute. I think you're all on mute, actually. So you can unmute yourselves. A little background noise there, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out and a big round of applause for Wasted Potential. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing?
All right, how you doing?
You doing all right?
Pretty good.
We're doing great. Really happy to have you. We saw you. I saw you a couple months back at Craft Hall down in Philly. And right away, I'm like, yeah, I love this band. You guys play a great mix of your own stuff and some cover stuff. And I love it right off the bat. You're all like good stage presence, great sound, great vocal. I'm like, all right, let's meet them. And, I always get that little fan geek thing, even if you're a newer band or you're a massive band, whatever you are. To me, musicians and, rock singers, they get me geeks. So I came up, I'm like, hi, I've got this show. And you're all like, yep. I'm like, okay, that was easy. So we also have Alicia. Alicia is kind of new to the podcast scene, but she's going to guest co-host tonight. She was definitely excited to meet your band, as I am too. So let's start off. With, we'll do ladies first. Let Juliana start. Just kind of introduce yourself a little bit and how long you've been in music. We'll let everybody take a shot at it.
Hi, I'm Juliana. I am the bassist in Wasted Potential. I also am the lead singer. I have been playing music since I was a child. I actually started with classical piano, if you can believe.
Wow.
Let's see. I've been playing bass for about maybe a year or so. I've been singing my whole life. My whole family's been into music. Actually, Maddie's my cousin. What else?
We'll go over to Lucas. Lucas, you might still be muted. There we go. Let's meet Lucas.
Okay, I'm Lucas Laganella. Sorry for my voice right now. I'm a bit sick. I'm playing the guitarist for Ace Potential, for the guitarists. I've been playing guitar since since I was about 11, and yeah.
Lucas, I'm going to tell you, man, I already appreciate you braving it because I could hear the hoarseness in your voice. And if you just want to hang
Yeah.
out and not talk as much, we can work around. Let's take it over to Mike.
I'm Mike Maratea. I'm the other guitarist in Wasted Potential. I've been playing guitar since maybe 2018. I actually started on drums, and I gave up on that. Started playing bass, gave up on that. Then I stuck with the guitar, and it just stuck. I liked it, so I kept playing, and here I am with them now.
Very cool and great stuff. And last but not least, we're going to go to the guy. No offense to any of the band because the Four Years are great, but a lot of people always mention Maddie when you talk about the band. And Maddie, we've had contact. Let's meet Maddie Williams and hear a little something about it.
All right, I'm Maddie Williams. I'm the drummer for these guys, and I've been playing since I was really little. Since Juliana's my cousin, my uncle was in bands, and I would love to go see them as a kid. And my first performance on stage was when I was 4, and I would just play along on one of the drums to the songs, and music just always stuck with me. And then I started playing drums seriously. I got my first kit back in 2017-ish, and been playing since then. And I self-taught myself guitar and bass, and it just all came together.
That's absolutely amazing. This self-teaching. I pick up instruments. I can barely pick them up, let alone self-teach. But so bravo on that. Alicia, if you want to jump into a question with the band, and we'll go around and we'll keep going here.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious when you guys formed your band and what was your bond just kind of at the beginning to where it is now. Were you guys all friends to begin with, or did you guys stumble upon each other? Or, how did you guys kind of get together?
So it was really through School of Rock, actually.
Yeah.
We all played together in there, and obviously Maddie and Jewel are cousins, so they, But then Maddie comes up to me one day. He says, "Yo, I got a band. You want to be in a band?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Why not?" So that might have been late 22, maybe.
This was 2 years, a year or two ago.
So
Wow.
You guys are a newer band. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're very new to this branching off from School Rock and create your own band kind of thing that seems to be going on. So, and
Awesome.
we're in one. I'm very grateful. I'm so glad for how far we've come and what we've been doing, all the accomplishments this early
Yeah,
on.
good for you guys to be, this far in only a couple short years. That's great.
Yeah, exactly.
I can I can really appreciate because and people ask me if I'm a rock critic. Not really. I'm just a huge rock fan. And watching you guys perform will never guess you're that new because they said the way you perform on stage, the way you guys switch and you have different drum and guitar playing and you switch off. I think that's one of the coolest things. And right away I'm there's something about this band I absolutely love, and there's a couple of people in the audience who do shows with me, etc. Yeah, this band's got a little something special. Juliana, when you got together with these guys, did you feel it right away? You're yeah, I really feel something great with this band here.
When I first joined, I knew Maddie very well because obviously I've known her all my life. I didn't really know Lucas or Mike all that well. So honestly, at first it was kind of awkward, but I already knew that they were amazing guitarists, super amazing. So I knew we were going to at least be a good band. I didn't know if we'd actually get somewhere, but I'm very glad we did.
I think so, and I definitely feel like you're getting somewhere fast. Mike, and how about you, man? Did you kind of feel a click right away? Are you excited for what you guys bring out on stage?
I knew kind of right as soon as I started hanging with them that we were pretty tight. It just stuck from the jump. I mean, I knew that it was going to be pretty solid. Just the way the music flowed, and just the tightness of everything, how everybody stuck together. So I kind of had a feeling from the jump that it would have just been pretty good.
Very cool. And I guess Maddie, last but not least, because like I said, man, the drummer has the whole different feel of it. Did you know it right away? This band had something?
I mean, I felt a spark right away. I mean, we all had that similar vibe of music. We all come from very different musical backgrounds, but I feel we all share the same connection with style of music we wanted to produce. And we just played songs that sounded like that, and we got our originals down, and we just clicked, and it was amazing.
Awesome. Alicia, go ahead.
Yes, I'm curious about the name of your band. How did you guys come up with that? Who came up with it? Was it just something you kind of thought of and ran with it, or did you guys kind of put a lot of thought into it?
Our original name was going to be Duck, right?
Oh, yeah.
We started with a lot of like dumb, like literally like Google image, Google search, like a lot of names, and
Oh my gosh.
I think I came up with the band name because I got called that.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah, your
I
mom
was-
told me that.
By his mother.
yeah, I got called that by my parents. I got called that, and I was like, wait, might be
That
true.
kinda rings,
but
yeah.
it's a good name, man. That's why
Yeah.
I pitched it to these guys, and they loved it, and then it kind of like reflects our album name, Wasting Away, which also like has all that like flow and click. So we're on that same wavelength.
It's pretty cool. You got to thank Mom. I thank Mom. My mom passed away. Though I thank her because the first time she ever listened to me on a podcast, she said, "Oh, you're so offensive and your voice is so annoying. I'll never listen again." I'm like, "Okay, we're locked in." If you can
I'm
offend your
listening
mother, right? If you can offend your mother, you can offend anybody. So, Maddie, congratulations to Mom for bringing that out. I want to talk, of course, about the new album, Wasting Away. You guys actually came out with an album. Great approach, because a lot of bands just do the singles. You guys said, let's go right for the album. And we played Never Can Forget Your Name here earlier. Tell us, I'll get a little bit of all you. Tell us a little something about creating an album and putting it out there, because it's got to be a real stress. What's the process?
Ooh, let's see.
Um,
We actually, my dad has a recording studio in his basement, which is really cool.
That's nice.
And he actually let us use it for free, which was very kind of him. But also, it still sounded like amazing, even though it was in a basement. We took a very long time to make this. We were very perfectionist. We had to get everything perfect. What else was there? Except Maddie. Maddie got the drums first time. No,
Of course.
He laid down the tracks maybe 3 years ago. He came in. He said, "All right, the drums are done." I came in. I said, "What do you mean the drums are done?" He said, "Yeah, we did them yesterday." He said, "So do what you got to do now." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, the way we record is we try to get a dry take to get the drums down first, and then we can like pitch up or fix up any guitar parts later. But it really just took us like for recording, like actually recording and playing the songs. It took like 2 days of total recording, if I believe, right?
Wow.
well,
And
those
then
are all-
just
It's not
up
bad,
in
yeah.
post, fix some stuff up, and just shoot out an album. And it sounds pretty good. So I'm happy with what we got. I am.
They want to hear about crowd surfing. Well, wait, Maddie. We'll let the audience ask questions too. Talk to us about crowd surfing, Maddie,
Well,
because
crowd
you guys got the kind of music that'll make a little mosh, little crowd surf.
Oh God. I hope in the future we play venues that are able to have crowd surfing. But I am a big concert goer, so I'm very into all the crowd surfing and getting in front and staying there the whole day. I saw Blink-182 recently. I saw Green
Nice.
Day with Rancid.
Oh, that's
and-
awesome. I would love to see Blink-182.
And I know they're like my favorite band right
That's
now.
awesome,
I love
yeah.
them. And I was able to crowd surf, and on my Instagram, there's videos of me crowd surfing. I have my phone up, and just me getting carried by the security guards. It's so much fun. I love it. I loved it too.
That's crazy. So I actually was crowd surfing. Actually, Caitlin, if you're watching this, my best friend and I went to Warped Tour in 2018, and I got to see one of my favorite bands, Mayday Parade, and people started crowd surfing, and I was like, I have to do this. Like, this is such a surreal feeling. And so I did it, and it was crazy. Like, just that feeling. You're
It's so much
trusting
fun, yeah.
completely random strangers to just literally carry you through the crowd, and it
Yeah.
was incredible. So hopefully you guys get to that point too, where you'll have people crowd surfing at your shows
Right.
too, and that would be awesome.
Yeah. The first time I crowd surfed, it was at Queens of the Stone Age. So it's a bunch of like 45, 50-year-old men just with their shirts off, sweating.
Easy now.
Mosh pit. But it's all part of the experience. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
And you're just blindly trusting these people to not drop you.
Because you trust them and they trust you. It's all
Yeah.
they're there for you. If you fall down, they help you back up. It's
Yep.
all part of that like wavelength. They're all in the same mood.
Steady. I like that. Steady is the good way to look at it. So you guys are a Jersey band. You played the area, Philly, Jersey. I've seen you at a few places. What are some of your favorite places? Some places you want to shout out in the area that you love playing at? Any bands you love playing with? Just lay it all out. We'll give everybody a round. Lucas, even with your hoarse voice, you're going to say it too. So we'll let Lucas go first. One of your favorite places to play, and if there's any bands you want to shout out that you like playing with.
Probably, like, there's this one place we haven't played at in a while. Is like our first real gig, I guess. It was the Union Firehouse.
Love the
It's
Union
like this-
Firehouse. Yeah.
It's this like really small place in, well, I forgot the name of the town, but yeah, it's a lot of fun and it's a really nice venue.
It's a cool place.
Yeah,
It's actually Mount Laurel, New Jersey, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Awesome.
And a band that I'd like to shout out is probably let me think. Probably like Lackadaisical Lemons. Like
Yes.
yeah, I know they're guitarists, I know all the members, and I feel like they really complement our. I feel like they really complement our like styles. Like we're both very different bands. Yeah, we work very well together.
Yeah, they're a cool band. I've seen them a couple times as well. And they once again shout out to Elena Brokus, who brings a lot of these great bands together. We'll go with let's go to Juliana. One of your favorite places, maybe any band you want to shout out, anything in the area you want to shout out.
We've played here a couple times. It's not a really big venue or anything, but we have played at the Palace Diner and Tapped Bar. And
Okay.
the people there, they're amazing. Like, we love them. And we usually play after the house band or like the band that usually plays there. There's this one guy who always plays Elvis, and it's amazing. And he's like 85-year-old, and it's like he's still playing, and he's still really good. And I look forward to him every time. So he's one of my favorites.
Very cool. We'll go to Maddie. Any favorite place?
Man, I mean, for me, every show is my favorite. I love playing anywhere I can play. If it's in a basement, if it's on a roof of like McDonald's, I'll play there. But definitely one of my favorite bands to play with is Root Boy. They're a Clash tribute band, and
Yes.
they book with us, and they're very fun to play with. All that like punk and like grungy sound, it all just goes together. But man, I love playing Union Firehouse. This happened one time, and it was one of my favorite shows. It was at PJ's. So originally, we were supposed to play at a Kentucky Derby. Yeah, the Kentucky Derby day, and we were calling around looking for places to play because it got rained out. And PJ's worked, and they were like, because they had a band canceled that night. So we were like, we have a band, equipment, and people, and we can bring a crowd. And we did. What?
They didn't have equipment. We had to bring
I
equipment.
know.
That's for me. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, yeah. And then we just set up and we played, and it was a fun show.
That was a fun night.
Yeah, it's just like those moments of shows that like you can just pull out and just go along with it. That's like the fun part.
See that? You guys are already that big that you're doing pop-up shows. See that? Crowd and everything just on a random pop-up night. Mike, how about you? You got a favorite place or anything you'd like to shout out?
I tell you, Winona is good to us. We're always at Winona. The Porch Fests and all that, they're always happy to have us, and we love playing there. Crowds are great. So I got to say, probably Winona. All the times we played there.
It's awesome. Nice little diversity from everybody. Alicia, you're up. Give us something good here.
Yeah, so I was curious, do you guys ever get like nervous for your shows or anything? I mean, Maddie, you kind of said you like that spontaneous, like on the fly vibe. But how about the rest of you guys? Do you ever get like nerves going to certain places, or you just kind of like game and ready to go for whatever life throws at you?
I'm ready to go. You know me.
It's just something you got to do.
I mean, he literally said he would play at McDonald's, so I mean.
Right. But I like that, Mike. You just said something you got to do. Like you're in this business, that's what you do. You just go and attack.
You go with the flow.
And that's it. You don't think about it. You go and you do what you got to do.
It's all about the music.
Yeah.
Wow, I like it. I tell you what, I love how the younger bands say this stuff like, you know what, yeah, it's our stage, it's what we're here for, let's go out and get it. And I see a lot of confidence in you guys too, and I really appreciate that. Let's see, I'm sure everybody's got different opinions, especially with doing male female. Are there ever moments when one of you puts something out and the rest of you's like, nah, it's not gonna fly? And how does that go? I mean, I'm sure it's not always perfect.
In terms of ideas, yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of ideas, get tossed around, shot down. I mean, we're not perfect. We don't always agree on everything, but we compromise. We make something work that's good for all of us. Any ideas, it's not like first idea that comes to someone's mind. It's not, oh, perfect, let's do it. We compromise, talk, pros and
Yeah.
cons.
Yeah, whenever like someone has an idea, like we always try to add on to the idea to make it something worthful. Like, is we're always good at like feeding off of each other for ideas for like riffs, or if this drum beat works for that, or if these vocals work. We all just like feed off of each other really most of the time.
That makes a band a band. Everybody's own ideas.
I
Aw,
get you.
That's great.
I know.
Yeah.
That is great. And Juliana being like front and center, being like the main singer, are there ever moments where you're like, oh God, I really don't want to, I don't even want to really sing this? Or anything that might be out of your range, or you just take it on and, like I said, make the compromise, kind of like Cheyenne said, make the compromise.
It depends on the song. Like some songs are literally out of my range. I physically cannot sing them. I usually give them a mic.
Okay.
Let's see. But then there are some songs that have like some like different words or like phrases or meanings that I just can't get behind. So I don't like doing them, but I will do them if everyone else wants to.
That's pretty fair. It's pretty open too, and we like that as well. I mean, nothing wrong with having opinions on certain things, and we get that. We talked about, and I wanted to get into this, and I kind of lost my, make sure I retract myself. You talked about Porch Fest, and I know you got one coming up in late September, Collingswood Porch Fest. This has become a pretty cool idea where bands just kind of take to the streets, porch, people come out. Tell us a little something about the experience, because I think it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've been to one briefly, kind of passed through it, and I'm very excited about it. So let's get your guys' outlook on Porch Fest.
It's fun. It's more, it's you wing it. You go up on the deck, you set up all your stuff, plug in your amps, and you play. It's not an ordeal. It's just you go up, you plug in, and you play. You're playing music for people to hear.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
I really like the idea of Porch Fest. I think it's a great opportunity to play and like meet other bands, because every backyard you play at or porch, it's kind of like your own little Woodstock, because it's like you play and then you have a bunch of bands playing. There's always a crowd no matter where you go, because there's people driving by, there's people that come and go. It's like it's a great thing. It's a great experience, I feel like.
And then you can also just, I love being able to see all the different types of bands and all the different people who are playing. Because, like, on the same block, you can have 4 different people playing, and then you can have country, rock and roll, and then acoustic and classical all in the same block. It's really cool.
It's funny you mentioned that too, like the different kind of like genres of music and stuff, because I feel like people always ask me, like, what do you listen to? Like, what's your go-to playlist? And I'm like, my playlist is entirely based on my mood. Like, I could be listening to rock one day or country, or I'm listening to like the top 100 Disney hits, like whatever my mood is kind of feeling that day. Because to me, like, music is, I mean, it's so diverse. It's not just like one thing. So it's I like that idea, how you guys are able to do kind of everything with the Porch Fest, just that vibe of different, types of music and stuff.
Yeah, I agree, and it makes for, because you can bring everybody. Like, we do shows, and we'd love to invite you guys one of these months. We do shows at the Fuge up in Warminster, PA. It's like an event center, a hall, and we have 4 bands play. It's kind of like a concert. It's not really a bar setup, and you come in and bands play, and the different. And people are like, oh, it's a metal show. That's not for me. It's not just metal. It's rock. It's, it's pop, classic, hard rock, whatever you want, a little something for everybody. So I like the fact that you guys are so into that. Let's talk about different types of music. Let's talk about one of my favorite things, influences. We'll start with Maddie. One of the people that got you into music, or bands, or somebody you really idolize or look up to.
Oh man, I feel like what got me into music, definitely the Ramones. I started out in the Ramones, the Clash, a bunch of those classic punk bands, and I think for drumming, a bunch of my inspiration comes from drummers like Travis Barker, Tommy Lee, Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, a bunch of those like heavy, hard-hitting drummers who are also great people in general. So I stem from more of that style of play, and also like the Rev and Danny Carey. I come from a wide variety of drummers.
It's
I'm
pretty
really
awesome.
into a bunch of different like types of music and styles, and it clicks for me. I love it.
Very cool. How about Juliana? And before you even say something, I want to tell you I know a lot of great female singers who've been on this show, and everybody always gets cringy and says, "Don't say Amy Lee." Is that another one that's off your list?
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
Really. If I had to say my biggest influence, besides like my parents, obviously, is I'd have to say Freddie Mercury because he's like all around. First off, he's glamorous and fabulous and amazing, but then also he's an incredibly talented singer, songwriter. He learned how to play guitar, and then his piano playing skills are super underrated. Like he's an amazing pianist.
Great artist, one of my absolute favorites. So I love that pick and the fact that he was such a powerful lead singer. Like you said, the style, everything he had was on point. Big fan. And that was a great one. How about Lucas? Some of your influences, or you want to pass? Give your third rest.
Yeah, I'm like a big rock fan, so like King Crimson, Yes, and yeah, those bands really influenced me a lot. And also like, let me see, like I'm also a big Led Zeppelin fan. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
And,
That's. I like how you guys are from different angles too. Even to say like Yes and King Crimson to mix in with some of the like the punk and the rock. How about Mike? Who are some of your influences, idols, etc. that you kind of got you into music?
Well, my grandfather Corman is definitely number one, untouched number one. You know, he's the reason I started with music in the first place. So I got to give it all to him.
Awesome.
But other than that, I went through a couple phases. I started on Green Day, which was, I mean, I love Green Day, but that's terrible to start to learn guitar. I mean,
Yeah.
then I went to Queen. I went through a Queen phase, which I still love Queen. But then, I got into heavy metal, Metallica, Big Four, thrash, and all. And, that stuck for a while. And I just try to keep it diverse. I try to take in everything, let everything influence me: blues, jazz, rock and roll, everything.
I like that. I like all I love all your answers. And I did want to shout out before we're done. We still got a few minutes left. We're not close to done yet, but I want to shout out Lucas to his new haircut because you had that baby working. Alicia, go ahead. Get a question in for the band.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously now we just asked you guys like who you guys take inspiration from. Do you guys ever think about, 5, 10, 20 years from now, if you guys are still playing, what it would be like to have up and coming bands having you guys as, influence? Like, how would that make you guys feel? And like, where do you guys see yourself in, 10 years from now? What's kind of the goal here?
I mean, long term would be nice. I mean, obviously, I'd like to stick with these guys forever, but I mean, it's a solid group. I do enjoy playing with these guys, and I enjoy hanging with them. It's nice, but it would be great. 20, 30 years from now, still playing. I mean, imagine we already got a tight sound now. Imagine what we'd be, middle
For
aged.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and playing in like bigger venues too. How much better it would sound too.
Mm-hmm.
I would be happy staying with these guys. Honestly, I think it'd be pretty cool. Could ride it out, pump a couple more albums out, get a little bit of fame going in there. It'd be fun. I would.
Do the crowd surfing in.
Right?
I
There's
would
crowd
enjoy
surf.
It's more crowd surfing. I love that.
Alicia, you're just kind of. I mean, Juliana, you're just kind of like, okay, oh, cool. They're saying everything that hits.
I agree with all of this. I think that it would be really cool to stay with you guys forever. But I think that the coolest thing about like making it big or whatever is being able to influence other people and like having people look up to you and like being able to be an influence and help people find out who they are. I think that's one of the coolest things that can happen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I mean, you guys we're all naming just artists who you look up to and how they inspire you. And I'm just thinking, in the future, you could have a band that's mentioning you guys, saying, "Hey, I listened to Wasted Potential and their backstory, and they inspired me too." So, just kind of keep that in mind, because I think that would be good to help you guys like keep going and staying motivated.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree with that. And like you said, maybe 20, 30 years. You guys will still be young. I will not. So when you see some guy rolling in a wheelchair to your big shows, that's going to be me. But I will be there. I will be there because I'm such a big fan. I love the fact that you talk about future influencing, etc., of artists. Again, we talked about the new album. It is out now. We played a few songs. Anything really deep for you guys? Are there any songs that just came from all your hearts or past experience, etc.?
Jewel, you got that.
Oh God, yeah, I wrote most of the lyrics. Let's see. Never Can Forget Your Name is probably the song that it means the most to me personally. I wrote that song completely by myself. Besides, like, specific, I did like the basics, and then they all made it.
She did the parts that counted.
But, that song is actually about a former friendship, about a really awful person. So it was like am I allowed to curse on this show?
Sure.
Okay, it's a fuck you song, so.
There you go, right.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're definitely not regulated, so you can let out your truest of emotions. How about you, Maddie? Any of the songs draw from your past or tug on some strings, if you will?
I mean, I guess the song "Nothing to Me" is pretty big because not to toot my own horn, but I did like write all the parts to that, and it came together really nicely. And it is probably one of my favorite ones to play live because of how like just punch in the faces and how like heavy it hits, especially the ending too. But it's really about like getting out of like a toxic relationship and trying to make yourself think that they're nothing to you anymore, and it's just about moving on and just trying to get out of that situation. And yeah, it's just about like bad past relationships and stuff.
All right. Spoiler alert for the fans out there watching. We will be playing that song after the band is completed on us tonight, because we got it loaded up and ready. Mike, how about you, man? Any putting any of your heart and soul into some of these?
The songs I wrote, they were pretty much just heavy metal. I wasn't really. It was more just what's a badass riff I could write.
I like it.
I was, and it's more of just like, I like the way this riff sounds. I'm going to use it. And I think that kind of motivates me to write a lot of stuff, just what's a badass riff that's going to punch hard.
I like that. And I like the fact that all of you seem to write from a little bit of a different direction. We kind of lost Lucas, but, unfortunately that happens. So maybe attempting, there he is. He's attempting to make a comeback. We'll bring Lucas in one last time.
Connection was.
He's back. He's good.
It's meant like a lot of people say. A lot of people say, like, why do you do it live? I kind of like the instant reaction of their technology sometimes challenges us, but so I appreciate you guys knocking it out of the park. God, we're already past our half hour. It went so darn fast. What's next? Another album coming soon? You guys got songs in the back burner, or you want to get out, play a little bit, and then come back?
I think we definitely have some ideas cooking up. We definitely have some riff ideas. I know I have a couple at least. I know if I have some, these guys definitely have a bunch. So I think just keep playing, and then if you had a chance to get down and record them, go for it, and just see what happens. See what we can make out of it.
I like it. I like that a lot too. And Alicia, anything last you want to ask for the band before we give out their credits and sadly let them go because I'm having a blast?
Yeah, I actually do have a question because I was thinking about this earlier. I was actually listening to you guys on Spotify, kind of inspiration, get a vibe for your band and everything. And I was curious about your album cover. Who took that picture? Who edited it? What was the backstory there? Because I really liked it. Like, it was just like chill and like vibey, and I really liked it. So I'm just curious about that.
That all goes to the Williams, all of it.
Especially
Josie, that's all them.
All right,
The
cool.
idea, we were trying to get like once we saw the name Wasting Away, because the name came before the album cover. We had this idea. Well, Mike had the idea of just like the four of us like being like lazy, like degenerates, just sitting on the couch watching TV, and we had this like C formation, and we brought like we used leftover fries as like decoration, like
They're probably still in the
soda
shelf.
cans, and we just placed them in different places, and we took a bunch of pictures, and we decided on that one, and it was a great picture. I really like it. I think it's pretty cool, and it really makes the name stand out and makes it all connect. So
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, we love it. And great. That is a great question, Alicia. I love really finding a creative angle on everything. And, families help, friends help, but also everybody out there that watches, whether they watch live or on the recording, get out. Go to some shows. Stay for all the bands, too, and check out great bands like Wasted Potential. I got to tell you guys, I'm excited to see you again. I'm keep checking out your lineup, and when there's something close by or something I can get to, I'll be there. Or even if it's not close by, I'll just get out there because I actually missed your band. I love you guys that much the first couple of times. So I do miss you guys. I think you're terrific. I want to let everybody know out there, of course, that you could find Wasted Potential. Here it comes for everybody that asked. You can find Wasted Potential on Facebook at Wasted Potential. Instagram is Wasted Potential _band. Gotta make sure you hit it right on Instagram. The website is great. It's www.wastedpotentialband.com. Great website, by the way. The music is on Apple, Spotify. I know I got it all downloaded on my Apple over the last couple of days. I've been rocking it on the way to work. Guys, I love it. The new album, Wasting Away, is out right now. So right after the show, go out, download it, listen to it. You will not be sorry. And massive thank you to Maddie, Juliana, Mike, and Lucas especially, man, for being a little under the weather, still coming out. Wasted Potential. We'd like to talk to you guys again soon. New stuff comes out. Have you, hey, maybe even link up for some shows and just keep on spreading the love. What do you think?
sounds amazing.
Thank you
I'm
for having us.
totally down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And you all answered at the same time. Alicia, these guys are insane. Big round of applause for Wasted Potential. I thank you guys so much for doing this tonight. And we'll be in touch. We'll get together again soon and maybe try this one again. I loved it. I had a great time.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you,
Thank you,
Alicia.
Jeff. Thank you,
Yeah,
Alicia.
and I'll
Thank
see
you.
you guys at some shows too.
You
Sounds
will,
Thank you.
for
Good
sure.
plan.
Thank you very much.
Meet you guys in person.
Have a great night, guys.
All right.
We'll,
Yeah,
You
I'll see you.
guys.
Bye-bye.
we'll slowly kind of take them out here. And Alicia, I got to tell you,
Just the two of us now.
right, it's just us. And in a few minutes, we're going to have a little fun with the comments section.
All
We have some
right.
fun things to
Let's do
say.
it.
But what do you think? Wasted Potential, great band. You're familiar, like I said, being that close to the guys at Milo Sky and being close to the performances. I'm sure practices in the whole 9 yards. The younger bands, the younger guys and girls, of course.
Mhm.
What do you think? I really loved it. I enjoyed them a great deal.
Yeah, no, it's great. Especially to see them being so successful at like such a young age. I mean, they said they only formed their band a couple years ago.
That's crazy.
And for them to already have an album out, playing gigs, stuff like that. And not only that, but just the fact that they are so motivated to continue going and to get further as well. So I think they'll be pretty big as long as they stick with it. They all clearly have the motivation behind them. So I think it's just great. I love people who love music. I love people who are passionate about what they do. So I'm curious to see where they go.
I agree. I get excited to watch all these bands, and I try to pass them along to everybody, friends, fans. We talked about going. My wife and I talked about going out to possibly Vegas for a vacation
wow.
in November, and I've been there a couple times. Thinking, you know what? I know some people out there. I got some friends from this show who are no people, and I said, I want to bring out some demos. Here's some Milo Sky, and here's some Wasted Potential, and just kind of give them out to these people and see where it goes, because there are so many goddamn great bands just in our area alone.
Yeah, that people wouldn't know. I mean, I honestly probably wouldn't have found this band, at least not right away, had it not been just for connecting with you and the podcast and everything. So that's kind of like the hard part, is there could be so much talent that's just like underground yet that people just don't know about.
I agree, and you just never know. And I give everybody a shot. I stay for every band every time, because even like in the beginning, like the first time I saw Milo Sky, it was one of Future Star shows. And there was a great line. I think it was like Nailbite and Strange Culture. There were some big time names.
Mhm.
And they walk in, and God, I'm going to kiss your ass a little bit because you're out there, Ryan. You guys walked in like legit throwback rock stars. Like there was a little psychedelic, there was a little bit of rock, there was a little Kurt Cobain in his face. I'm like, these guys, I bet, kick ass. And wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, yeah.
they really do. And like kind of going off of that, one of the things I love too is just, I've been out to a handful of their shows and their gigs and stuff. They're always staying to support the other bands,
Yes.
And I think that's so important because it's like, hey, you guys are showing up for us. Like, we're going to listen to your music. I mean, the last gig I went to, I mean, it was late at night. They were done playing. I mean, they could have packed up and left, but, they stayed, and you're supporting the other bands that are there, and you're listening to their music, you're sharing it with other people. And I think that's so important. Especially in just like the music industry to support one another. I mean, they're all kind of there for the same reason. They're all relatively at like the same level. So it's one of those, like, you gotta support each other.
Yeah, crowd retention definitely is huge, and I agree. And I had a great night at the Fat Lady Brewing, hanging out with you and the band and your sister and the whole crew. And you got there from the beginning, stood right up front, took it
Yep.
all in, enjoyed it. And, we had a great time too before we left for the giant slices of pizza. Did you go across the street and get a slice of that pizza?
No, I didn't, but you know what I got? A parking ticket.
Did you really? Now, because that was my big fear. And I'm like, we're going to get nailed here. I know it. And my wife's like,
That
we're in the
was
meter.
horrible. I was
How?
so mad, and it was definitely my fault because I mean, parking is just like horrible when you get there. I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing. And so I pulled up, and there was, I mean, it 100% my fault. There was a big sign, and it said about like parking from what time to what time. And I sign into the app, and I go to pay, and it said $0. And I'm like, okay, like this is strange. And I go to hit pay, and it said like check with your like local whatever. There's no fee. And I'm like, this is great. Free parking on like a Saturday
Right.
night. This is
In
awesome.
Manayunk, right?
And then I go to leave, and what do you know is on my car freaking ticket. And I was gonna fight it because I was like, I have screenshots of everything. It told me that it was free. But then I looked back at a picture I took, and the way it was parked, it basically said, from this spot forward is good, but anything behind it you can't park. And I was the very first car behind that pole. So
Wow.
I've learned my
Unbelievable.
lesson, but you know what? I like to say it was for a good cause. I like to think that my money was worth the trip to hear great music. So
Down with that. Down with that. The comment, Ryan, you said Dave Portnoy's the man. I'm just jealous because he did a great thing. And I'm a little jealous of that pizza sampling. Apparently, he tried that pizza across the street from Fat Lady Brewing. I thought it was delicious, but it's
what was the name of
massive.
it?
I forgot the name of it.
I'll have to check it out.
It's right across the street, and they've got the giant, like, Lorenzo-style slices. Like, a slice is like
Oh,
a real,
nice.
like, quarter of a pizza. Massive.
Yeah, that's like Tommy Boy's in Kutztown. I don't know if you've ever been up that way, but their pizza slices legit come out on like 2 plates. I mean, it's huge.
These were huge, and I ordered. I'm like, let me get like 4. And the lady's like, are you sure? Like me and my wife, are you sure 4?
That's a whole pizza.
I'm like, yeah, why not? She goes, no, you don't understand. Then she showed me the size. I'm like, yeah, okay, 2 it is. I know I set us up with topics. I know we said we're going to do top 5. But I want to hit you with this because Ryan loves this.
Oh boy.
My wife loves telling everybody this. And it's become kind of a thing with me being such a big music fan. Jeff doesn't like the Beatles. Let's talk about that. I am not
Beatles.
a Beatles fan. I actually despise the Beatles.
Really? Like,
Yes.
despise. Okay, well, what's your reasoning for it?
Well, and don't get me wrong, like when Milo Sky does some Beatles covers, I'm into when I'm singing. My wife's like, you're singing Beatles. I'm like, yeah, but different.
But it's Milo Sky's version.
Hey, that right there. Yes, despise is the word. Thank you, Zach. Despise.
You're gonna trigger Zach on here. I already know Zach is quaking right now. He's
He
triggered.
might be. Is he a Beatles guy? Because I don't want to,
Yeah. Oh, he might be upset right now. Uh-oh.
And Ryan does too. Ryan still doesn't believe it. And Zach, I love you, man. Trust me, I love having you here. And it's just one of those things because I was a Rolling Stones guy. I was a Stones guy. I was a Beach Boys guy, a massive
All
Beach
right.
Boys guy. And to me, Beach Boys were just as responsible for the sound that everybody said was the Beatles. The Beatles were first to do rock. The Beatles were the first to bring it.
Right.
Okay, a little 3-chord and yeah, 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 and a lot of the songs. Stones were a little more creative. Beach Boys were a little more creative. Don't hate me. I'm just not.
No,
I'm just not a big.
To each their own. We all have our own opinions and stuff. I mean,
The
I
comment section is going crazy. I never had people so
triggered. Nah,
triggered.
I mean, I can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm a big like Beatles person. I'm a big fan, but I don't dislike them. I mean, I like their music as much as the next person. I'm not like overly into them, but I mean, I enjoy their music. You know, I actually listen to them sometimes. Like, I'll just be in my car and be like, I'm feeling the Beatles or, you know, whatnot. But hey, to each their own. We all have our own
Right.
opinions, so.
There we go. There's that mood we talked about, Cheyenne, when she asked what kind of mood you're in when you said that, you know, your music depends on your mood.
Oh, it absolutely does. I mean, seriously, I have so many
Yeah.
playlists. It just like it varies, and like I mean, I could literally listen to like metal and then go to like classical. Literally the other day, I was listening to classical music. Like it's something I listen to
I
like,
do.
when I'm studying. Honestly, sometimes like if I've had a bad day at work and it's just one of those like I don't really want to listen to music, but I don't want to sit in silence, I'll just put on some classical music. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just one of those, it seriously depends on my mood and the vibe of the day.
I'm down with that. And the funny thing is, this is going to probably carry over to tomorrow night with Cheyenne. She's probably going to brawl me on this same subject. But and then for me, like and I'll ask you in a minute, like one or two of your absolute staples. For me, my staples are Guns N' Roses, and some people squawk at that. And of course, Led Zeppelin. They're like two of my absolute staple bands. And I know we talked about Greta Van Fleet and Brazil to copy the sound. No, they're bringing back
Yeah.
that sound, which to me is great because I'm such a fan of that.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I guess I used to have friends who are such diehard Beatles guys when I'm like Zeppelin, they're like, no, you can't at Zeppelin. I don't care who you're comparing. You can't. So have
Yeah.
a couple of years. Give us some staples.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Do you have any though? Give us some of your staples.
I mean, well, obviously Greta Van Fleet. I mean,
I love it.
been to multiple of their shows.
Excellent.
I almost wore my Greta Van Fleet shirt, but I'm wearing you guys gotta check this out. My Adam Sandler shirt. So it's like, it's supposed to be like the Taylor Swift Eras tour. I was so excited at it. Little side note. But obviously Greta Van Fleet, love their music. I like randomly found them one day on TikTok, I think. Start listening to their music and I was like, these guys are really good. Like I really like their music. So I started listening to all their albums. And what's really weird is I was actually driving one day, listening to one of their songs. And at that moment, Cheyenne texted me saying, like, do you listen to Greta Van Fleet? Or like something about like a concert. I forget what the context was. And I'm like, dude, I'm like literally listening right now. And we ended up deciding to go to one of their shows together. And from that moment, I was like, this is it. Like hearing them live, even compared to just, you know, listening in your car, you're listening on Spotify, whatever. I mean, I was hooked. So we've been to multiple of their shows and I love them.
Terrific live band. If you haven't, do it. It's tough to get tickets. They go fast now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Such a fan. The more you listen to Zeppelin, the more you'll realize Greta completely ripped out.
Get away with that. All right.
I don't know about that. You want to talk about trigger? Now you got me triggered. You got both of us triggered now. Now we're both triggered here. I don't know. I see the similarity of the 70s sound, but I don't really.
And you know the thing is like I mean
calm your man.
I don't disagree. I mean, I follow some like fan pages and stuff, and there's Greta Van Fleet fans who get, I mean, just so beyond livid with this, where they didn't copy Zeppelin, they don't sound the same. And I'm like, no, anyone with ears can tell that they have a similar vibe, they sound the same. But you know what? It's one of those, you take inspiration. You know, we just had this whole conversation with Wasted Potential. Who inspires you? You know, you're not just typically coming up with this stuff in your head. You're taking inspiration and bits and pieces from different artists and different styles. So, I mean, yeah, do they sound similar? You know, without a doubt. But one thing I always say too is, you know, you listen to country music and it's all the same, you know, beers, bars, bitches. It's all the same thing, just with a different, you know, tune. It's the same thing. So yeah, I mean, I get it. They sound the same, but I love them. I won't stop listening to them.
I'm a fan, and I got this, and I got it. Where's that comment at? Because I got to hit this one. Country is trash too. Thank you. So I want to know about you dressing as Josh for the concert.
Oh my gosh, this
Please.
is iconic. All right, let's get into this. So we went to a show in Hershey. That was the first show. We saw Greta Van Fleet. And I mean, like I said, we were hooked like instantly. My sister went to another show of theirs by herself, and we have a mutual friend of ours who lives in South Carolina. And we were like, well, why don't we all just go to like a show in South Carolina and then the next day go to a show in North Carolina? Just kind of make like a little mini like vacation road trip out of it.
Sure.
And we kind of were like half joking about it initially, saying, wouldn't it be so funny if we just dressed up as Jake and Josh? And I think it was Cheyenne initially who brought up the idea to me. And I was like, you know what? Like, why not? Like, seriously, let's do this. And literally that night, I went on Amazon, bought a wig, bought a like jumpsuit type thing, similar to what, Josh wears. And I was like, no, seriously, like, we're going to do this. And I mean, it was great. So the first show we went to, we just, dressed normal. And the second show, we went all out. I mean, I had a full-on wig. I had the outfit. I did his rhinestones. I mean, it was great. And so we pull up to this venue, and this is like by far the greatest experience of my life. So we walk in, and we're getting stopped left and right from people just, giggling at us. People were asking for pictures. We had little mini like fan clubs following us around, pretending we were the real deal. I mean, it was great. I seriously would do that again. And I still have the wig. It's sitting up in my closet. And I've always said, I'll get it out. We'll go to another show and we'll do it again. I mean, you only live once, and it was kind of one of those, like, this could be super embarrassing, but I mean, it was great. You're never going to see those people again.
Right.
And I mean, it was awesome just with all the people coming up to us. And we sat up there in the stadium, pretending to play guitar and singing, and people were watching us, at some points. The people around us, they were filming us and getting a kick out of it. So it was great. I'll have to show you pictures.
Okay, so we'll wait for pictures. We're not going to get them tonight.
We won't get them tonight, but I will show you.
That's okay. There was a comment here earlier from Ryan, something about sleeping with the co-host sister or something. I can't find it now, of course.
I probably know what that's about.
Yeah, there's a lot of love going on here. And everybody's naming the names. And Ringo, okay, so Ringo Starr is, he's okay. George Harrison was an excellent guitar. Loved George Harrison. Loved Paul McCartney. Was not a Lennon guy. Co-host sister.
I know, it's a joke, Ryan.
So, okay, so if I had to rate them all, I mean, obviously, I don't know, man. I think Ringo is decent. Not a Lennon guy. I'm a McCartney guy.
Lennon is cute.
It's kind of like Pink Floyd. You're either a Waters guy or a Gilmore guy. I'm a Gilmore guy. I'm not a Waters guy.
Me too.
Thank you.
I've been listening to Pink Floyd a lot recently, and I'll tell you why. So, I've been cat sitting for these two cats recently, and they're these big Maine Coons, and their names are Marley and Floyd, and inspiration Bob Marley, Pink Floyd, and
there you go.
I mean, I've known the like popular Pink Floyd songs, but I was like, let me like actually listen to them. You always hear they're such a great band, and I know the popular songs and stuff, but the past couple months, I've really truly been like delving into their music, and I mean, they're good. Like, I really do vibe with their music, and it's sad because I'm like, I'm only just now discovering how great they are.
Right. And it was the same with me when I was in high school. All my friends were Floyd fans. Sorry, fellas, if you're out there. Pot smokers, Floyd fans. And I was always like, I don't get it. But I wasn't really smoking weed back then.
Right.
And it's legal now, so.
It's that, like,
No comment. But Like, I didn't smoke weed, and we watched The Wall one night, and they all seen it 100 times. My first time, I'm like, this is maybe the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? Don't you know what's going on? They're like screaming at me, kind of like the comment section here. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. So, oh, let's have some love. You do look pretty.
Oh, my
satisfying.
sister.
And that's lovely.
She's
Dark Side of the
being
Moon
so
is
sweet.
the best. That is, you two do have what seemingly is a very nice relationship, which is great, especially
Thank
with
you.
sisters. My wife tries to make a great bond with her sisters, and you know, it's a little tough. But the thing that I love tonight is you being on here. Your support system that comes right out is family, pretty much.
Mhm.
I love that. My family calls me on the phone Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock to ask me questions. I'm like, 7 years.
Yeah, I've been
Tuesday
doing this shit.
night.
You know what I'm doing.
But I'm like, where are you? Ryan, well, you know, Ryan. We love
Ryan.
Ryan hates everybody. Except I'm sure he hates my wife. My wife gets all up in his face. Like, fan geek to no end. The one year for her birthday, she was sick. I think she had COVID. Couldn't make the show.
Ugh.
Ryan performed. I held up the phone on FaceTime, and he says he don't remember it. My wife almost died. She's like, that's the greatest thing that you've ever done for me. I love them so much. I got an apartment. I'm telling you, you get an apartment together, 2 microphones on a Thursday night, because you can't do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thursday night, the Edinger Sister podcast. I would watch.
I would do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I would definitely watch.
That would be
So far,
great.
I think you're very natural. I like the way that you go off on topics and just kind of handle an opinion on topics. And one of the things that Jewel was telling me is, you know, say lately you get a little stiff. A lot about advertising stuff and promoting stuff, which is great, but a little freeform too. And that's what we're doing here with some help from the comments section.
Yeah.
Next time I see
absolutely.
Ryan, I'm going to just reinforce how much I don't like the Beatles.
One
But
last
something,
trigger to throw in there.
one more trigger. Something I do like though is music, and we promised another from Wasted Potential, and this is another one off their new album, Nothing to Me. I'm going to play this for everybody out there real quick.
Yeah.
No video, just kind of the solid pictures I like. Now this one's about 5 minutes long, so I ask everybody to hang around. We'll be back. When we come back, Alicia Ettinger's first ever top 5 list. Top 5. Oh, stick around. Top 5 all-time favorite debut albums. You're going to want to be here for this. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. This is the Yo Show Tuesday night with Jeff and Alicia. Yes.
best of me. Always dwelling on how you got the best of me. You got the best of me. Don't talk back to me. This is my last time. I'll see you in heaven or hell. So make up your mind. Don't talk back to me, back to me. This is my last time. If you can't stand me, stand me. Don't waste my time. You're nothing to me. You're nothing, nothing to me.
Awesome. Terrific song. All right. Great music tonight. Nothing to Me is one of the big hits off the new album, Wasted Potential. Jeff the Shark Bernie here with Alicia Ettinger. Is that better?
Ettinger. Yes, you
Ettinger.
got it. Yes.
I've got the G thing, and I'm so bad at this. And sometimes I ask people, like, how do you pronounce it? And then they give me a pronunciation. I'm like, yeah, I still not getting it.
Yeah, no, I'm horrible with names too, so it's totally okay.
Thank you.
I won't hold it against you. You just got to remember it next time.
I got to remember tomorrow night, apparently.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
else. And I do want to remind everybody tomorrow night, of course, we do, we're ramping up. I said vamping up, I don't know where that came from. We're ramping up more guests again for Wednesday nights. And it was always a thing of me to bring in guest co-hosts for Wednesdays. Jewel couldn't do Wednesdays, we did Tuesdays. So now we're just going to just keep bringing them in, get more guest co-hosts, do some more great Wednesday nights. And tomorrow night is another sensational one right here to Yo Show Wednesday. It'll be ML Elizabeth from Eternal Frequency. Our guest co-host will be none other than Cheyenne Ettinger.
There you go.
There we go. Nailed it. He made this nice little duo picture of the two of them.
Hey,
That is tomorrow night's. ML is awesome. I love Eternal Frequency. Great band. Excited to have Cheyenne. Excited really to have both you here. And like I said, how the random things happen. We have to be at that show and, talk about podcasts. And again, I'd like to do that. And of course, once again, my wife, our biggest salesperson, is like, hey, you guys should definitely be on. And she's like, grabs me and shakes me. She's like, you got to have Cheyenne on and you got to have her sister on. I'm like, yes, okay. Meanwhile, she will not come on. She has never.
Really?
She did one game show on somebody else's podcast with me, and she'll walk around and put her face in every once in 1,000 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, she won't do it. I don't get it.
I mean, I love those kind of stuff. I mean, I just, like I said, could talk for hours and hours. And I mean, it's nice to interact with just you and the band and stuff. So, I mean, anytime you want to have me on, we'll figure it out.
Very cool. We will work it out one way or the other. It seems like the audience is enjoying you as well. Some of the audience is enjoying you a little too much.
Yeah, come on, guys. Come on. Come
Right. I agree, Zach. Come on,
Yeah.
Cassie. Get in here.
on. She's got to get on.
So Cassie and I have something in common. Brent, you're going to come on. Brent's got to come on as
Come
well.
on, people.
Well, so Brent wants to come on. We're going to do a Wednesday night with Brent for sure. Because he
Alright.
travels a lot and he sees a lot of things. He just came back from South Carolina and
wow.
he saw, oh my God, I forgot the band. I forgot the show that he saw was freaking huge. I was very jealous. Brent, hit me with the name of the concert you just went to in South Carolina. God, my memory sucks. Don't get old. Whatever you do. Let's do top 5 while we wait for Brent's answer because I'm
Right.
excited about this. Now, don't be discouraged the fact I have great graphics to do mine and you don't. That's okay. It's just
That's all right. We can
it's just-
pretend.
it's just being the creator and the guy controlling that. The top 5 best debut albums to us. Now, like I told Alicia, it doesn't mean it's on some list or you don't have to like really make sure it's the best of all time. The best that we feel.
Yeah.
And
in
of
my
course-
in my opinion, okay, don't come at me, people. All right. This is
Right.
my opinion, subject to change. It's just kind of, what came to mind. And, so just respect it.
I like that. Karina from Amsterdam. Bet you're having some
Ooh,
fun out
how's
there. I
it
want to go.
going? All right.
So 100,000 attendance at Pride. I'm not even really familiar, but I know you went to see some bands. Trying to find out the bands that you saw. Killing me. Anyway, top 5 favorite
right, top
debut
5.
albums. You want to go first? Jewel hates going first. You want to go first? Go ahead.
You can go first.
Oh, no, go ahead. I love it.
Joe. All right. I'll go.
Go ahead.
Top 5. So I guess I'll start in, backwards order. Coming at number 5 is SZA's album Control.
Wow.
First song I heard by her was Broken Clocks, which is a pretty popular one. But yeah, I'm gonna put that at number 5. Number 4, Frank Ocean. Lost, great album, super vibey. I have actually most of those songs from that album in one of my playlists. That's kind of just like a chill, like indie type vibe. Actually, when I was going to the beach yesterday on my drive there, that's one of the biggest playlists that I listen to. Just very like beachy and like vibey and chill type feeling. So that's at number 4. And then sitting at number 3, Cheyenne, you'll like this. The Strokes. Is This It? And my all-time favorite song from that album is Someday. That is actually the first song I ever heard by them. And I think I stumbled upon them by accident. I was making a video or doing some kind of edit or project or something. And I was just kind of looking up music and I came across that song and I was like, this is really good. I really like that song. So I love a lot of the songs on that album. And then Cheyenne actually was listening to them a lot. And I was like, wait a minute, I know this band. So that's at my number 3. Number 2, we have a country album, If You Know Me, by Morgan Wallen.
Wow.
He's been super popular. I know everyone's like fangirling over him. But I love that album. Chasing You is my favorite song by him as well. And then number one spot for me, I gotta go with my boys, Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. Absolutely love that album. It's actually probably one of my favorites, to be honest. And I tried to pick a favorite song, but I'm gonna be honest, it's so hard. So I had to go with either Age of Man or Mountain of the Sun.
Wow. Jeez.
I know I got kind of a variety there. I got some like indie, I got some country, I got some, a little bit of rap in there.
Highway Tune is my jam.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is the song when I'm introducing people to Greta Van Fleet. That's the go-to song. Listen to Highway Tune. That's going to give you an overarching, Highway Tune Safari song. That's going to be your kind of vibe for them.
No, I do agree with that. It's funny you said it because I had the Strokes at like 6.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't reach the top 5. And yeah, I did put down like 15 of them.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So my top 5, and I'm really not here to piss anybody off. This is my top 5. And if I say, like Kiss was getting in there. Like, I can't put Kiss on my top 5. But number 5 is Pearl Jam's 10. And again, I was
That's a
kind of
good
like
one.
when that became big, I was a little older, just in a different turn of music, was waiting for something to kind of conquer the hair metal thing, which I loved. I loved the hair bands back then, but the time was ending. And Pearl Jam 10 was one of those albums that just kind of exploded on the scene for me. Love it.
Nice.
Number 4 is one right around that time, and it might be the ultimate playthrough album without skipping. Stone Temple Pilots Core.
Okay.
So many great songs on that album. So many. And I love it from start to finish. And I'm a big Scott Weiland fan. Rest in peace, Scott Weiland. Love that album. And I know it's very Pearl Jamish, and people are like, it's either one or the other. Not for me.
Yep.
Number 3, here's one everybody better like. That goes for Ryan. That goes for Zeno. Goes for everybody out there. And it's the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Are you experienced? Because Jimi Hendrix, no matter what he was on, didn't really matter. The man was a sensational guitar player.
Mhm.
Singing, but nobody cared. You didn't come to Jimi Hendrix for singing. You came
Music.
for the music, the
Mhm.
wild style that this band played with. Mitch Mitchell on drums, and Jimmy's playing, kind of like wish they were around in our generation, because I would love to see him live just
Yeah.
once. But number 2 and number 1, come on, this is easy. Number 2 is Van Halen.
All
And
right.
it's Van Halen 1,
solid.
or right? Van Halen, very solid, great first album. Discovered by Gene Simmons of Kiss. That still blows me away to this day. But yeah, Van Halen, their first album, and their first 2 albums are just some of the greatest. If you're a fan of Eddie Van Halen, etc., certainly terrific. There's 12 comments. I'll get to those comments in a second. As I get to number 1. And if you watch this show enough, Alicia, I know you're new to the show, but if you know it by now, Guns N' Roses and Appetite for Destruction. Now come
All
on.
right. That's solid. That's a pretty solid list right there. All
They
right.
both were really good. I see we got a Jimi Hendrix fan in there. Good debate. Okay, I'm down. So we got some yes sirs and good choice. And Lainey Wilson, Hang Tight Honey. Shabuzi. Well, I like Shabuzi. That's a song. I'm a big fan of Shabuzi, although I'm not a country fan.
Wait, Shabuzi. Is that like the
Shabuzi, a bar song.
yeah.
Everybody in the club get tipsy, blah, 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 blah,
All
something
right.
like that. Yeah.
I might have to trigger you, but I absolutely cannot stand that song.
There is a reason. I'm going to go with it. There's a reason. I do love Oasis. Don't get me wrong, but it was tough to get them in over any of these. 'Cause I'm a big GNR fan. So Shabuzi, the reason why that song means anything to me, our good friends from Staten Island, Brian and Christy, they've got a son named Bryce. And they're, like I said, they're Staten Island people. And we went to their house the last time, probably a month or 2 ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid kept saying, Shabuzi, Shabuzi, Shabuzi. And he wanted to hear it. And every time he heard the song, he'd dance around, a little kid butt wiggling and just getting down to the music. And I grew to like that song. Sorry. Boss's
I mean,
debut.
it's not
oh.
even like, it's not that it's a bad song. Honestly, for me, it's so overplayed that like I just get like sick of it. Like you open up every social media app and it's there, it's on the radio, it's top song, every week. It's just kind of like, I mean, it's not a bad song, but it's one of those, like I hear it too much and I'm sick of it. I'm going to skip it when it comes on. I'm over it.
Okay, Harry Styles. Okay. Not really me, but okay. And Freedom King Films agrees that he's a Swiftie. Sorry. That's okay. You're allowed to be a Swiftie here.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Right, here you can be whatever you want to be. Let's
You can be whatever
rehash.
you want to be. Yeah.
Let's rehash our top 5. Number 5, SZA and Control. Number 4, Frank Ocean and Lost.
Correct.
Number 3, The Strokes. Is This It? Which was a big one for me as well. Big one for Ryan. The audience liked that pick. Number 2, If You Knew Me by Morgan Wallen. I got to say.
Fair enough. He's not for
And number
everyone.
1, of course, Greta Van Fleet, and of course, The Peaceful Army is just a terrific album, and I love it. And that is a great choice. So I definitely enjoy that. My man Quincy King in the house with another great local singer. And the Decemberist, The Hazard of Love.
I
Okay.
know that one.
That's different to me. I like to write some of this stuff down. I came firing back with the winning list: Pearl Jam, 10, Stone Temple Pilots, Core, the Jimi Hendrix Experience or Your Experienced, Van Halen's debut album, and of course, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. I will tell you this, Alicia, that was hard because there were a ton of really solid debut albums. I didn't put
Yeah.
Zeppelin on. I'm a Zeppelin junkie and didn't think that their top album was really song for song could go with either any of these five.
Yeah. And honestly, mine, like I said, I mean, I touched on this earlier, how I just, I'm a music person in general. I'm not limited to like one genre or one type of music. So, like I said, my list had country, it had rock. I mean, it kind of touched on everything. So that's just kind of, where I was coming with it. But I respect your list. I respect it.
Likewise.
I agree with all that too. So, all right, I'll take it.
All right, that works. And like I always tell Jewel, unfortunately, me being the host and creator of this program, I win again, undefeated, 300 and what episode are we on here? 306.
Jeez.
306 and no, undefeated in 306 matches on top. you tried, Alicia. You were good, but
I held my own for a little bit, but hats off to you.
thank you.
I'll
might try it
never
again
be- I'll
tomorrow.
never be a sore loser.
That's a good thing. I usually only do top fives on Tuesday. I might try one tomorrow with Cheyenne. Think of a topic
Yeah, go for
and,
it.
and
Give her
fire
a-
something at me. And you love the Wiggles,
Oh, favorite band. How did I forget?
right? I'm a Smurf guy myself. It's my age, though. Yeah, I was
alright.
always, but that's my age.
Fair enough.
That happens. Is it fair enough?
Fair enough. Like I said, the Smurfs, not my cup of tea, but to each their own. I'm a Wiggles kind of gal, but
Man,
what
you
can I
really.
say?
Jewel usually likes to fight me on this stuff. You will in time. After a couple times on the show, you're like, no way, I'm letting him get away with this crap. Quick
Fight.
announcement. Quick announcement, if we can. August 31st, which is Labor Day weekend, we're having a Labor Day party up at the Fuge in Warminster. Milo Sky joined us for one of these shows. It's the Key Concert Series. We bring in 4 bands, $15 online, $20 at the door for ticket. Bring in 4 bands. It's kind of like a concert room. It's not really a bar. It's kind of like a concert event. And this August 31st, we have a great lineup, 4 awesome bands. Sour Station, The Incredible Archist, one of my favorite fun bands, Scoopski, and Dark Fly.
Oopsie.
Scoopski is they're a fun band. They got fun songs, very cool.
Nice.
And they'll be coming August 31st. You can get your tickets now online. You can buy them at the door. 15 online, 20 at the door. For 4 great bands, you're not going to beat it. It's $5 a band. That's nothing.
That's great.
Food and beverage sold by Tranquility Brewing Company, The Fuge, August 31st. It's our Labor Day party. Starts at 6 p.m. Arcus, Sour Station, Scoopski, and Dark Fly, brought to you by SRR Promotions and your good friends here at the O Show, which I haven't told Cheyenne or Alicia this yet, but the more Yo Show you get, the more Jeff's going to call you up like, yo, needs you to meet me at some shows.
All right. Fine with me.
We would love Milo Sky back at the Fusion. Don't think we're not working on it, and I would like to get him in with, Wasted Potential. I love it.
Yeah. What a dynamic would that be to have them both there?
Right, I would love that. Scoopski Potato. They kind of got their name from oh god, what show did they get their name from? I know I'm gonna forget.
I've never heard of that.
They're cool. It's a husband and wife, and they got a very cool band with them. They play, like I said, fun songs. Some they're like their Christmas song, kind of like a parody thing, but they play great music, great rock band.
All right.
Definitely something you want to check out. Let's get into some of our hot topics, things we like to talk about, a couple sad things we got to talk about real quick. Yeah, a couple rest in peace. We do it here. Rest in peace, of course, to one of the great musicians, Greg Keen, of the Greg Keen Band, 75 years old, the breakup song. Our Love's in Jeopardy. Might be stuff you may not be familiar with.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not quite ringing a bell for me.
Okay, more of like 70s, 80s. And I remember the breakup song was just one of these great karaoke songs for people to sing. So rest in peace. And rest in peace, I couldn't believe this one. Talk show host Phil Donahue,
Yeah.
88 years old. God bless him. Well, I mean, I'm surprised Marlo Thomas didn't break him sooner. Yeah, I said it, Marlo. You can at me. Come on at me. That's not nice.
Come on.
Her husband just died. What am I doing here? But yeah, rest in peace to those two. And of course, Wasted Potential still tuning in and down to play the Fuse. I would love to have you guys at the Fuse. Love this band.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Impractical Jokers. Thank you, man. Zeno, you're
Oh,
good.
okay.
Zach, you're good. I just call him Zeno. Zach, where's Zeno coming from? Zach,
Zeno.
I don't know. I get a little anxious. I get a little excited. I get a little nervous. Right? I get geeked with people. I really do. Ringing the bell for all that good stuff. But yeah, so rest in peace to them. Now, topics. Let's go to this one. Since everybody says, oh, Rock is dead, and Gene Simmons from Kiss said Rock is dead, and everybody says, you know, Rock is something of the past. System of a Down and the Deftones this past Saturday at Golden Gate Park in San Francisco to 50,000 fans. Now, apparently, System doesn't play that much anymore. The Deftones, and I'm sure there's going to be a fight in the comment section, but I love the Deftones, one of the hottest bands out there right now. What do you think? 50,000? That's really what the scene should be about, right?
That's a crowd right there. Yeah. 50,000 people. That's crazy.
And that's the way it should be, and the way it used to be when they did pool party. Gracious.
Pool party. What's going
Actually, actually, Saturday we're actually going to Maryland for a boat trip. Yeah, it's the wife stuff. I'm going to go to Ryan's, and she can go on a boat with my buddy.
on? Yeah, we'll trade.
Right, we'll trade. Have me. So, are you a fan of the way System of a Down, Deftones? Is that your thing, or?
So, I mean, I know them, but I'm not like familiar enough to like be that like well-rounded on it. That's kind of where I stand.
And that's okay. Both bands are better than the Beatles.
Oh, that's all I need to know. Okay, got it. Let me
But I
take
love
some
that. Like, I love that. Like, you know, people are like, oh yeah, rock, and singing to people say to me like, oh, you have rock bands on. Like, I don't know what you're doing. No, rock is very much still alive, folks. Believe
Yeah,
you me.
I
And this shows
agree. I agree.
50,000 people. It sold out like in 9 minutes.
That's crazy. And I mean, we actually, my sister, my mom, and I, we just saw Def Leppard
Oh
few weeks ago.
yeah.
at Hershey, and I mean that was great. And you know, that's music that I like grew up listening to. You know, that my mom would play for us, and so it was like great to think like this is music that like she listened to, and now she
Yeah.
can share it with us, and we're still here listening to it. And yeah, that was a great concert. I don't agree with that though, that rock is dead. I mean,
No.
I feel like if anything, it's like alive now more than ever. Honestly, I feel the complete opposite.
And like I said, it's coming from Gene Simmons, who now is what, like 70? So of course he can't merchandise everything in his life anymore.
Yeah.
Steve Miller Band is a
Steve
goodie.
Miller Band. Yep, we saw them. Yep.
They're definitely a goodie. While we're on the subject of rock and music, and while we're on the subject of Shibuya, which we just were. So his song Tipsy, a bar song,
Oh,
is
here
number
we
one on the
go.
Billboard charts. But this is now, so there's something beside that. I want to know, even if you do this, some people do, some people don't. Favorite bar songs or jukebox must. Now we heard Zach say that Led Zeppelin says drinking music. You're in the bar. Somebody hands you $1. You could play one or two songs in the jukebox.
Yeah, what am I
What are you gonna
playing?
play? What are you playing?
God, what am I playing? Put me on the spot like this. Man, I don't know. Definitely not a bar song. We can eliminate
No,
that.
definitely. We know that's out. There's some good one. Out on the tile. Mr.
Mr.
Brightside.
Oh, Mr. Brightside, that's good.
Good times, bad times. Jukebox hero. Man, you people are killing it.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, keep these ideas coming because I'm stuck at a wall here.
All right, so
Journey?
Journey.
Yeah.
Now it's funny because to me, Greta Van Fleet is first. It is
Yeah.
Highway 2.
And that's where I was gonna go, but I was like, I feel kind of like that's cheating by saying Greta Van Fleet. But yeah, all of those like, you know, highway tunes, Safari song, like I said, those are songs that when I'm introducing people to Greta Van Fleet, I'm like, you gotta listen to these songs to get an idea for them. But I could hear those. Yeah, I could see that playing at a bar, and you know, yeah.
And my second one, I know people are going to hate this. The Beach Boys with Good Vibrations. And there's a reason why.
Okay.
Now, was voted one of the best songs of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter. I played it one night. I was at a bar.
Hmm.
It was early. Sports games weren't even on yet, so nothing was on TV. So I'm like, all right, jukebox time. Put on Good Vibrations, and there was this, I guess, like a happy hour party with probably like 30 or 40 people. And everybody walked up to me. Did you play this? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh my God. Like, this song just brings back memories. Or this song was so
Wow.
great. Or I just love this song so much. And from that point on, I got to be, okay, let's play this on the jukebox at a bar. Because to me, it's such a good song. I'm a big Beach
Yeah.
Boys guy. I'm sorry, Zach. I love you. But
Beach Boys over the Beatles.
yes, over the Beatles. Thank you very much. You remember. Oh, you're good at this. Yeah. So, but
I gotta
Are you
earn my keep around here.
you do, and I appreciate that. Trust me, there's many times that Jewel pulled stuff out that I was just numbed by how great it was. So, excuse me. And Jewel's going to keep me in check. I don't talk about the Doors enough. You're exactly right. And I love the Doors. Whoops. I love the Doors. Bohemian Rhapsody is a good bar song.
Yeah, some AC/DC maybe.
Okay. Now, Zach said War Pigs. I tell you what, War Pigs is, oh God. I'm so worried what I say tonight. War Pigs is the best Black Sabbath song by far. Even live is even better. And to play it at a bar, I love to. And people are like, Black Sabbath. I don't care. It's my dollar.
Yeah, if I'm buying, I'm putting on what I want.
Right, exactly. And you try to be Morrison. You could be you could be everything, dude. You are Morrison, Cobain, a little bit of everything, man.
Oh,
You
some
got it.
Nirvana, yeah.
Nirvana, Motorhead. Well, Motorhead
There
at a
you
bar.
go.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
That was good. That was definitely very good. What else we got? Oh, this, and I wasn't even going to do this, and it ended up getting on the list I sent to you, but a lot of women on their social media are using the phrase demure. Demure. I hardly even say it
Yeah.
right. I know what it is. I looked up the definition. But to you, what is it? Why are people using it?
So when you looked it up, what is the definition? Like, what's the Google?
So I think it said something about like a proper woman who is well-rounded and
Right.
well-styled and all that kind of crap, which to me, I could care less. Women look great and everything. I tell my wife that all the time. You could be freaking in pajamas. You could be in bikinis. You name it. I'm a fan of women dressing up because men got nothing. We got t-shirts, we got button shirts, and we're done. Although Ryan Beckett's shed out, he does dress good. But
He does, yeah.
there's not much. Women can be so creative, and I love that. But yeah, what is demure? Oh,
Yeah,
definitely not
so
a porn.
I have been seeing that trend, and yeah, that was kind of the vibe that I got. And I'm gonna be honest, like I never even really heard that word until this trend started
Yeah,
picking up.
agreed.
But it's the vibe of it's almost like proper. It's proper and it's elegant and like this is what you do. Actually, I was watching a video today of this girl showing off like her skincare routine, and she's like, you gotta put your acne cream, it's very demure. You got to put it here. And I was like, what is going on? And what happened to just having like a simple routine?
Zach is the male
Elegant.
demure. I don't really know what a male demure would be. I guess if
Um,
as a guy, if you put on clothes, you're demure.
I don't know. Maybe like you go out, you put on a little cologne. It's very demure.
Okay, I
Put on
think
some
it's terrible.
cologne, or you slick back your hair. I don't know, something trendy.
Okay, I'm down with that. And Zach looks like he
Agrees.
goes the extra mile. I like it.
His profile picture is demure. The sunglasses.
Yeah, he's got a little male demure. He's got a nice hairstyle and like got the nice
Yeah,
shirt
there you
kind of
go.
button down. I like it.
There
Zach,
we go.
take
We
off
cracked
your
the
hat
code.
and bandana.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he's wearing a hat and bandana. Who knew? But yeah, it struck me as weird seeing a lot of people using it. I'm like, you know what? I got to get whoever the female is on the show on Tuesdays to hit me with this. And this
Yeah.
is why I like doing male female because there's different outlooks on a lot of
For
stuff
sure,
in life.
different angles and stuff. Yeah.
Stuff like this. Like I did it with me and another guy for a while, and it was like a lot of sports, and people started expecting like talk about sports. I'm like, dude, I Gotta do more in sports.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't know too much. I wouldn't have much to say
That's
on
okay.
that topic, if I'm being honest.
Jules the same way. She watches some of the local stuff, but outside of that, not really. And yeah, Ryan, thank you for the terrible news. Phillies lose 3-1 to the Atlanta Braves.
Terrible.
It's a big series. It is a big series, and with that loss, the Phillies lead goes to 7. Lead is at 7, but you know what?
Abysmal.
Yeah, that could be tough. Everybody wants to go. This is great because Jules like, what are you going to do? Like, if I'm not there, you're going to find people. Well, I got Ryan, I got Zach, I got Alicia, I got Cheyenne.
And yeah,
We're going to drag Cassie on.
We'll figure it
Kills
out.
us. Actually, you know what?
figure it out.
I got somebody for Cassie because let's tell you who's coming up on the program. And I'm sure she's going to invite you guys to this too if she hasn't already, the Constatter show. But anyway, coming up on the show, of course, tonight was Wasted Potential. Next week, August 27th, another great local Philly hard rock band, Breaker, will be on the program. Love them. They're red hot right now. September 3rd, another band that played the Key Concert Series, the very hard, very cool, Fragmented. September 10th, I'm going to get Cassie to co-host. Her favorite band on earth. I'm forcing her. Her favorite band on earth, the Circus Hearts, are going to be on the program. They're playing Constatters in September. I'm sure she's going to invite the whole gang. She wants everybody to come out. They're really great. September 17th, Sour Station returns to the program. September 24th, Stealing Society. And we have a lot of great stuff coming up on Wednesday nights as well. We'll line that up. Don't forget tomorrow night. Wednesday night, of course, Cheyenne, Miss Edinger, Part 2. And ML Elizabeth from Eternal Frequency. Thank you for having us on tonight. Absolutely, we had a great time. Would love to be back on soon. Thank you, Wasted Potential.
Yeah,
you
thank
were
you guys.
terrific. You absolutely were. Milo Sky is her number 1 band. Circus Hearts are number 2. I got to get it right. I don't want to get hurt. Make sure I do it right.
Don't want to get attacked.
Zach is not a co-host, trust me. Have me before him. I would love to have Ryan on here. I'm always scared of it, a little bit. But maybe you should both be on the same night.
They're all going to be fighting. See, this, you thought you'd have trouble getting co-hosts, but they're all going to be fighting each other to get on here.
Right? I'm a little worried. Great job, Alicia, indeed. Alicia was terrific. And we usually bring it at 2 hours. We're just about there. And usually Jules' bladder starts to explode by now, so she always rushes off.
I got a bladder still. I'll be fine. I could go another 2 hours.
Okay, so anyway, we're back for hour number 3.
Yeah, here we go. Come on, guys.
We can go a little bit longer. The only problem is having to get up for work the next day, which absolutely sucks. But
It's the worst.
now I'm going to do this with you, and I didn't prep you with this, but I'm going to we do a little thing called Meet My Desk.
Okay.
And what it is, I keep so many trinkets on my desk and so many
I can
things.
see some things behind you. Yeah, I've been eyeing those up a little bit.
Oh, the Funko Pops. It's like my babies. I love
Funko
these things.
Pops.
But I keep a lot of stuff around the desk too. And me and Jewel, I went to Jewel's house one night, and I'm like, "Oh my God, your desk looks just like mine." No. So I'm like, let's do it. Let's get on the show. Let's pull up a different thing every week from our desk of hell
Oh gosh.
and talk about it a little bit. So,
Right. Little show and tell moment. We love to see it. I don't think I have anything fun currently. Go ahead, you go. What?
I had to interrupt for that one. Ryan's going to be even more drunk tomorrow when Cheyenne is on. Oh, we look forward
Oh
to that.
goodness.
So for me, I go with my Deadpool. Now, I got a lot of Funko Pops. I don't take any of them out of the box. But I took this one out. I found it at Target.
Ugh.
The box was crushed.
Okay.
So I'm
fair
like,
enough.
okay,
Alright.
I'll take him out. And this is one of the black lights. You really can't see the black light. It's too bright in here. And of course, it's just like the biggest movie like in the world right now.
Oh yeah. I heard it was
And-
good. One of my coworkers went to see it.
I haven't seen it yet. And
Yeah,
I can
haven't either.
watch it in my house. So Deadpool is my little desk trinket, one of the items that hang out on my desk
All
during the
right.
program. What is that? Give me something that's right in your line of fire, something dear
Just-
to you that
All right. Right in my line of fire. All right.
I like it.
Right. I have this plant.
All right.
So
It's anything.
it's kind of dying a little bit. She's all right. She's hanging on there. I got this plant with my friend. We went to a plant bingo in Allentown. So you get your bingo cards, if you win, you get prizes and everything. And I was serious about this because I really wanted to come home with something. And all of my bingo cards, I was like one number away, just one number away every single time. And I started to get really upset about it because I'm like, you pay money to be here. I want to win something.
Right.
So then my friend actually, they give you like raffle tickets when you go in. And her number got called and she gave it to me so that I could bring a little plant home. So she's been holding steady. I've been taking care of her, but she could be in a little bit better shape. But
Yeah, we're triggering the audience again.
I know. Listen, I am a good plant mom. I'll tell you what, because hold on.
Tell me. I need to know.
If I can show another trinket here.
Mm-hmm.
This bad
Let's
boy.
go. There we go. It's a little better. I like that one.
Look at that. This
See?
is thriving. So, backstory on this plant.
Zach says the plants suck. Come on, Zach.
All right, listen, you take care of this thing then. I got that big one from my old job. I used to work at like a assisted living home, and they brought in a bunch of like succulents and like different plants for them to take care of and paint the pots. And we had so many left over, and I was like, well, I'm going to take one home. So I brought that plant home. I kid you not, it was about that big, 3 or 4 inches. And I honestly don't even know what kind of plant it is. But I've had that now for probably maybe 4 years at this point. And
All right.
it's this teeny tiny little thing, and
See?
it grows and it grows. It gets to the point where I have to trim it back sometimes. But see, I'm a good plant mom.
You are. This is the phrase of the night. I'll take care of the shit out of it. Thank you, Zach. That's fantastic. I'll tell you what, my next Milo Sky show, I don't know if I'm going to get beat up or big hugs all around. I don't know.
Dang.
Now, this is okay. So, serious question. Can we all do a podcast when we're all together in person? Now, you remember when we did it at Chris Smith in July, I didn't really have the right setup. So, the microphone had a lot of bounce back. But there is a Rodecaster. Costs a little bit of money, but I can buy it monthly. And I told the wife, I'm like, one of our monthly bills is going to be the Rodecaster. You need it because you can actually set all 4 mics that they don't interfere. It comes with 4 mics. So, yeah, I think we'd all...
Awesome. Yeah.
Right? Could all crowd
Yeah.
in and do the hookup for the instruments, and Milo Sky can perform and podcast. And it would be, let's see who we'd have. We'd have
That would be great.
Alicia, Cheyenne, me, Zach. Is anybody missing? We'd have Ryan too. Damn it.
Not that Ryan guy. Nah. I would
Eh, but I do like that question. But
yeah,
Zach,
that would be fun.
Zach, you're in. I mean, you come out with a picture like that, That would be fun. I agree. I love hanging out and chatting with you all. You're all just great people. I always have a lot of fun. Ryan wants us to go another hour.
Listen, I got work in the morning.
Right, we both do. We both do. But I want to get back real quick to, and people laugh when I say this, but equestrian, horse riding, etc. Because, and I don't know the origin, but the outfit is so spot on. It is such
Very
a like.
demure.
It is very demure. It's like a beautiful looking like article of clothing. You got like the nice jacket.
Yeah.
You got the pants, the boots. Is there a reason? Is there a beginning and origin behind that at all?
I think it's just tradition. It's very just kind of like that's the what you're probably thinking of, the tan breeches and the black show coat. It's like the hunter equitation type style.
Okay.
So I think it just is like tradition. It's that classic elegant look. And it's something like when you're competing, the judges, they're looking for that. You're dressing the part. Now we're in 2024, so they've kind of, some rules have changed. There's a little bit more leeway, but overall it's that, black or brown show coat, the tan breeches, the tall boots, all that stuff. So yeah, I think it just goes to tradition. I'm honestly not sure if there's like there probably is, a true reason for that type of outfit. But I think it's mostly just based on tradition. It's that demure look. It's that like elegant, tailored kind of put together look. Yeah.
Okay, and it looks very professional, and
It gives like founding father, but it's all right.
a little bit. So now, in trusting a horse the way you have to, and for them to entrust in you, I know you're, like I said, you're a vet tech
Mhm.
and you're around animals a lot. Is there a bit of a whisperer kind of thing where they have to feel the trust in you?
Yeah, it definitely is a trust thing. When you're thinking about a sport like, football, baseball, demure, you have those teammates that you can give a game plan to. You're gonna know each other's every move. You have the game plan. You have that like recipe for success type of thing. But when you're working with a live animal, I mean, you're communicating through your body and your emotions. You're not actually physically speaking to them, telling them what to do.
Okay.
So there has to be a level of trust but between horse and rider. You're trusting that horse to take you over a jump or to, get you in and out of the ring. And that horse is trusting you to keep them safe and to tell them what the next move is. So there's definitely an element of that like human animal bond for sure.
Yeah. I'm impressed by that. And I was always, I hate to say afraid, it's a bad word, but I always had a fear about horseback riding. I would get my
Oh
ass
yeah,
kicked.
yeah, that's a common one. I mean, horses are 10 times bigger than us, so I get it.
All right, I'm going to do this, Ryan. We're going to have some fun because Zach's down too. Do you like Tom Brady or are you a hater on him too? Now, I don't know how much Alicia might know about Tom Brady and sports. I know people know about him. You can't hate Tom Brady. I don't like the fact that he was that successful because it kept us from winning a Super Bowl. But I do not hate Tom Brady. I, of course, think Joe Montana is better than Tom Brady. But I don't hate Tom Brady. See, Zach, you guys are watching ahead. You guys got the show going on before me. They know the answers and questions before they even come up. I'm not standing behind a horse.
Correct. Don't ever do that.
We're stuck with Mahomes now. Yes, we are. See, Zach, you know I'm right. Uh-oh. Tom Brady sucks. He still hasn't shaken Nick Foles' hand after a Super Bowl. Well, that's true, too. This is about to be the longest podcast. And it might be. There is one tomorrow night. We'll see. Yeah, Cheyenne will get sick of me. I can see that coming.
Nah.
Alicia's having a good time. I hope you are. And
No, I really, truly am. Yeah, this has been great. I'm glad that I happened to be free and that it worked out. And yeah, this has been great. Genuinely having a lot of fun.
thank you. Genuinely. I'd like hey, you have to
From the
just
bottom
keep-
of my heart.
just keep throwing those adjectives to make me feel
Yeah.
a little bit better. I can go to bed tonight and be like, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, we're 306 episodes deep of the Tuesday night, and I didn't really count how many we did on Wednesday night. We still do a good amount of Wednesday night, too. So 400 and some, and I just love it every little bit. And I have invited people to guest co-hosts who are just like, nope, no way. I'm like, why? Like, nah, I just can't. Some have done it once and are like, meh. Some have done it once and want to keep doing it again. Hopefully you fall into that category because we love it. And like I said, I got lucky to find Jewel. She's been terrific. And you got some jewel in you with your input and your little bit off the cuff answers, which are terrific stuff that I would not think of.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely, I watched the Brady Roast. Hilarious. The
Uh-oh.
funniest was the female Nikki Glazer. Usually, I'm not a big Nikki Glazer fan. I thought she was hilarious. Can I say that, Alicia?
It's not allowed.
It's not. I don't know. I mean,
We have permission.
Some women are Nikki Glazer haters. I don't know. Speaking of, did I run out? No, there's one more. Speaking of sports, and I want to get the fellas' angle on this, and Alicia, if you're not familiar with the topic, that's okay. But Nicolas Cage has been cast to play John Madden in an upcoming biopic.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how much you know about Madden, but
I mean-
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, I'm not going to be super helpful in this topic other than the fact that I heard about this.
Okay.
I'm going to let the boys take this one away.
And they both seem pretty blown away by it. I think it's terrible, but I'm not a big Nick Cage fan. but John Madden, that is the last possible person I see. I don't get it. And I'm confused by it. And Drew would have taken the same attitude. Like, I really don't know. To me, it's like, God. Let me think about it. It'd be like Ryan Beckett playing me in a biopic. We look nothing alike. We talk nothing alike. And one of us is much cooler than the other.
Open for debate. Who are we gonna go with here?
We know the answer. Trust me. It's Ryan Beckett all day long. Good stuff. So so what's coming up for you? Anything? Do you do competitive horseback riding? Is it like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do, but this past year I haven't, just because last year it was kind of heavy hitting. Like I said, I leased a horse, so we went to a bunch of shows, and that's kind of where my focus was at. And this year I kind of took the year to just kind of ride for fun and settle down a little bit. Just was like big personal changes in my life and kind of wanting to save a little bit of money too.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not anything I'm giving up anytime soon. I mean, it's definitely going to be in my life forever. So I'm hoping to get kind of back into the shows and the competing and stuff, when the time is right. I kind of had my big fix of it last year, getting to show at that, higher level and stuff. So just kind of taking a little bit of a break. I'm still riding, once or twice a week when I can, but just kind of settling down a bit. Yeah.
I don't want to brag for you, but there's a lot of ribbons back there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a
lot
lot
of
more
ribbons.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty
Thank
awesome
you.
to be successful at it. We always check into our likes and hearts and emojis and all that good stuff, and some thumbs up from our dude Brent Worrell. Thank you, my good friend Steve Giordano. After I just got done talking smack about being on this boat this weekend, love you, Steve. Iron Core Band, we love them, and Jason. I can never get this poor dude's name. It's just Jason Barbagallo from the band Up 24, another great local band here on the scene. And some hearts from ML Elizabeth, who will be with us tomorrow night, as well as Cheyenne Ettinger.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Who'll be with us tomorrow night. And, of course, Trisha. Now, Trisha is mom?
Our
Grandma?
mom. Yeah.
Mom. Okay. Couldn't really tell from the picture, so I asked. I lost a little bit of this. Where did we get? Alicia has tons of rewards and ribbons on her room. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Jason, the band is Up 24, the old 424 band. Jason, I can never say his name right. Jason, it's hard. Barbagallo? Barbagallo, I think it is. Up 24? No? You're not with that? Love those guys. I know. Everybody's shoulder shrugging.
Shrugging. What can we do?
I don't know. What can we do? Huh? Jason, not the band, though. Another guy. Oh, we won't even touch. We're not even touching that one. Meeps Music says YouTube keeps adding really odd people to me. Okay, I subbed and liked. Thank you.
All right, cool.
I'm not sure, but thank you. Let's talk shows.
Shows.
Shows? TV shows? Because I don't watch much.
TV shows. Yeah, TV shows. What are we feeling? I watched recently, now this, you guys probably aren't going to care because this is more like a girly, like woman show. But The Summer I Turned Pretty, on Amazon Prime. I just watched that recently. First 2 seasons, I think they're making the third now. That was really good. Yeah, you guys probably don't really know about it, but it was fun. It was a fun little show. I read the book, so I wanted to watch the show and see if it was any good. South Park, there we go. It's a great, it's a classic.
I'm pretty much, for me, like Breaking Bad ruined TV because it was so damn good and nothing has come out like that since.
Yeah, I actually just recently started watching that. I'm still in the first season.
Are you really? Oh, one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah, I know it's a really, really popular one, so I started watching that a little bit ago. And yeah, I mean, I enjoy it so far. It's good.
Absolutely have seen The Sopranos. Little disappointed by the ending. Breaking Bad is sensational. Walking Dead wasn't really my thing. Family
Yeah,
Guy is my thing.
Walking Dead, I loved that show. Like, I was such a fan for the longest time. And then I fell off of it because I felt like it just got to a point where it was too predictable. Like, I got bored with it. Like, it was very, they moved to a new location and like it's just, same story every time. And it was just, I don't know, I kind of got bored with it. And honestly, them killing Glenn, I was like, all right, I'm done. Which I know
Oh my God.
I know it was in the comics, like we knew it was coming, but it was
Yeah.
still like, I can't put up with this. I'm leaving.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry if anyone.
So,
So,
so Ryan said he was in The Sopranos.
yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I don't know that. When they went from no.
Yeah, The Walking
It's
Dead
almost-
was just too.
It was almost as bad as Boardwalk Empire.
Much.
Did you watch that?
Mm-mm.
That got to be too much. That got boring after a while. It was killing
Yeah.
me. Oy.
How about what's Stranger Things? Anyone watch that? I know the new season is. When is that coming out? Next year, right?
I watched it a bit, but
Not your thing.
not really. I can say
Yeah.
not really.
I do like it. I will say I think it's I mean this last season is supposed to be the, finale, which I think is good. It's for me it's starting to get to that point where it's still interesting, like I'm interested enough to keep up with it, but it's kind of getting to that point where it's like, all right, like what else are we going to do with this, And I think that's the problem too is for a show like that to really continue on, like it's got to be pretty darn good to keep people interested. And I think that's the problem is like these shows just try to keep going and going, but it gets to a point where it's like redundant and people fall off. So I would rather have kind of like a shorter, 4 to 5 season type deal. So we'll see where Stranger Things goes.
I'm with that. And of course, Cobra Kai is mentioned. I absolutely
Mhm.
love it. Cheyenne said The Office.
Love it. I've seen it
Okay.
probably like 3 times.
I'm an Office guy. I'm a massive Seinfeld guy. Massive. Love Seinfeld.
Yeah, I haven't seen it beginning to end, but I've seen episodes, so The Office
Everybody
is
loves
great,
Raymond.
and
Tina
I
Fey's.
cannot get behind people who say it sucks, it's not funny. Okay, you're boring.
Right, like, and my wife's like, that Steve Carell's not funny. I think he's freaking
I
hilarious.
think he's hilarious. I mean,
On that show, he's hilarious.
I mean, just like it's that like dumb, like oftentimes like dry humor that like gets to me. That just like stuff that's so like stupid that you have to laugh at it. I mean, that's my humor, so I love that show.
I'm with you. The 70s, that 70s show was good.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Seinfeld's great. The Office is great. Just takes time to get it. Seinfeld does.
you got to
took
give it a
my-
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, it took my wife forever to get into Seinfeld. And now she kind of got into it because we sleep with the TV on. And Seinfeld comes on TV Land like 2 in the morning and we both happen to pop up. Now, me, I'm like, oh, that's a good one. And I'm just glued and I don't go back to bed. But she's like, okay, it's good. I'm going to go back to sleep now.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't seen that one like beginning to end, but I've seen episodes, and yeah, that's a good show.
Definitely worth it. I know everybody wanted to go an extra hour. And the reason why I do have to cut, because I still got to get prepared questions for tomorrow night.
All
Good
right.
Lord, this is a nonstop job. It's not a job. It's a lot of fun. This became, like I said, it started out as a hobby of mine, and I grew to love it. I grew to love the people I meet and have met. And Alicia, I thank you as well. This is
Absolutely, yeah.
it's been a great time. I looked forward to this all day. I look forward to tomorrow night, of course, and having Cheyenne on. And of course, ML Elizabeth is a terrific singer. So let's see,
Yeah,
you
I'll
get to meet
definitely be sure
great
to tune
artists.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, please do, and make sure that you beat up the comments section.
Oh,
So
I
you-
will. I'm
you-
gonna be hitting with those heavy hitters.
You got to be Ryan's keeper tomorrow night. Ryan, Zach, all you guys had a great time. But so Jeff, goat. Jeff is a goat. That's I agree.
The goat.
Jeff is my favorite podcast in the game. Can't wait for tomorrow. But the Beatles are great, bro. For my man love for you and your band, I will say that I can listen to the Beatles. I'll listen to the Beatles. I'll even download some Beatle music on my Apple just
All right.
for you.
I'll call a truce.
Yeah, right. We'll call it with that phrase, agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Yep.
Zach, you're in, buddy. Don't worry, you're going to co-host. I know nobody else I could fit into that spot besides you.
Gotta get everyone on.
Oh, boy. It's just so hard. Truce. Thank you,
White
Brent.
flag.
Apparently everyone was calling. I love that. You people make me all so happy.
Aw.
Massive thanks, of course, to Wasted Potential. The new album, Wasting Away, is out now on Apple Music and Spotify. You can find it on YouTube and all those great places. I don't really know what this Meeps Music Dude is saying. Don't sleep with the TV on. 70s technology, nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic waves. U.S. patent. P.S. I come from Liverpool.
All right. Maybe that
Okay,
explains things.
Maybe. Maybe.
'Cause I mean, I do be sleeping with my TV on. So, I mean,
I love sleeping with my TV on.
oh, it's the best. I can't sleep in a silent room. I got to have like the fan going or
The fan!
AC.
You got, it could be
Gotta have
10
the fan.
freaking degrees and the fan will be on.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
AC
yeah.
going on high, the fan going. I would much rather be cold and have a big blanket to kind of bundle up in because I can't sleep if I'm hot.
I agree. Yeah, the summertime is rough, and I sleep with the fan on in the winter.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so the fan is a big one. The fan is definitely a big sleeping ritual. And I need to have a hug pillow.
Yeah,
need-
me too.
Yeah, I need it.
Pillow girl. I gotta have
Okay.
like, one behind me, like one on the side. I can roll over and like hold on to it. I sometimes put one down at my feet and like hook my leg over it.
Yes. Oh my God. I don't feel that bad now.
Nah, no, it's all about comfort.
Thank you. Fan every single night.
That's
Ryan
right.
Ryan mentioned that you farted. That's okay.
I
We allow
definitely
that.
did not. You
Definitely
would hear
did
it if I did.
I like him off stage. I like him on stage. It was a
He's
lot of fun.
funny.
This really was great, though. And again, I want to thank you. It is, we've run 20 minutes past our normal due
Yeah,
time.
I know.
Which is
Seriously.
probably okay, and I'm happy about that. But I got to get tomorrow night ready, too. And I got to go to work tomorrow.
Ugh.
And again, massive thanks to Wasted Potential. Check them out, Wasted Potential on Facebook, Instagram is Wasted Potential _band. The website is www.wastedpotentialband.com. Opening soon with Milo Sky, an arena near you.
Beautiful. Love it.
Beautiful. And I got to be the MC. Apparently, I'm being hoarded out to MC a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Keep going. Yeah, if I keep going, I've got nothing for tomorrow night. And you're going to be like,
No, her Cheyenne's laptop battery is about to die here soon.
oh, shoot. All right. Well, we will let everybody get out of here. Thank you to everybody. The Milo Sky family. Zach, and Ryan, and Cheyenne, and even Mom. Thank you. Thank you for everybody that chimed in and tuned in. And we'll be back next Tuesday night. No, if Alicia's going to be back, we'll have to see. Okay.
We'll see. Yeah, we got to figure something else out. I'd absolutely love to come back.
That'd be awesome. And of course, it depends on the schedule, of course. But next,
Yeah.
and because we got a great one again. Like I said, next Tuesday night is the band Breaker. They're a PA band, a little more of a metal sound, but really cool and a great lead singer. And that's something I
Yeah, I'll
definitely look
check them
forward
out.
to.
I haven't heard of them, so
They're very cool. They've been playing a lot of spots in the area, and I'm definitely a fan. So we'll do that. We'll see you soon as well. Wasted Potential. We thank you. Peace out. Mom's already out. See ya. Love you, Jeff. Love you, Lisa. Love your mom. I love you, Liam and Clay. Yeah, I'm
Aw.
disappointed, Liam and Clay. I didn't see you guys in the comments tonight.
Yeah, come
So
on.
love
Where you guys at? Lames.
Love all four of you. Breaker, breaker.
Breaker, breaker.
Oh, that was very, yes. It was
Yes,
great to
you
meet.
two guys. Nice
Like
meeting
we
you
met once before. This is kind of like really the first time we actually had like a conversation. Because when my wife's around, nobody converses.
guys.
I just sit there and
You can't hear anyone else.
Right, exactly. But we love
No,
it.
she's
I
great.
love it.
All
though.
love to her. She's great.
She is great. We're going to take you out with the music of St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn at www.stricketts.com. As you know, I always think of doing the end. Let's set that there. Let's get the volume there. For Alicia Ettinger, I said it correctly that time,
Correct.
and Jeff Perini, we will see you tomorrow night.
Woo.
And Mel Elizabeth from Eternal Frequency. Cheyenne Ettinger is our guest co-host. The Show Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody.
Truly blessed if the taste of it poison deeper than you taste of it, poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this, was the point of it just to reach new heights and glow? So